Good morning, guys. Welcome to the chat. How's everybody doing this morning? Saw Marco was up in here early. Gonzo, Nick Martino. How's it going, guys? Elvis Salvatore, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. How's your day going? Good morning, Nick. How are you doing? Another day in paradise, right? Another Sunday morning. It's morning, Sunday morning. Kapow, what's everybody carrying today? Anything special? So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep today a little bit on the brief side. Finish it up like actually at 9:30. But I have much to do trying to figure out the shipping. The shipping is not what I thought it was going to be. I did my homework, but apparently the internet's not always right. Believe it or not, the internet can be wrong. So when I did my research into shipping, I looked through the United States Postal Service, and I thought I had it figured out, but apparently I was wrong. So I've been operating at a severe loss lately. So as of now, I did get the patches in. I've sold about 20 sets of them, but I'm not selling anymore. Because, well, how do you put? I'll just put it in simple terms. I'm losing my ass on these. Yeah, I wanted to break even, but I'm quite happy breaking even. But of course, now the page is having a problem. Is this still running, or am I still active? Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Greg Vanderlip, what's happening, man? How are you doing this fine day? So, yeah, apparently we made the mistake. The first group of these shipped out through UPS, and that cost about $8 to $10 to ship. Um, and then the second one went through the U.S. Postal Service, and those cost between $5.50 and $7 to ship, which doesn't work out well when you're selling them for $6 a patch. So, yeah, as of now, not for sale anymore. Yeah, big mistake. I guess we learned from our mistakes. I'm not going to let it get me down, though. Um, yeah, yeah. So I got to refigure out the shipping. I guess there might be some different ways for the shipping. And as far yeah production goes, yeah, if I could afford to make 1,000 of them at a time, it might work out. But I had to like scrape together the money to have 50 of those things made. So of course they charge you more because setup costs and all that other stuff. But yeah, Nick. Unfortunately, it's too late for that. Yeah, I'd basically have to sell them for like $20 a set at this point with what I have left just to break even. So I'm just gonna look into ship like alternative shipping options and go from there. Yeah, I have no clue. And apparently the same thing's gonna happen with my fire starters. Um, because yeah, the shipping on those is going to be a lot more than what I thought, along with packaging and stuff. And I guess when I was pricing them out, I looked around and I was like, oh yeah, lots of people selling patches between $6 and $8, so it kind of makes sense. But what you got to do is put that stuff in the cart and go to checkout to find out that they're going to charge you $7.95 for shipping and handling, or $6.95 for shipping and handling. So yeah, kind of whoops. But you can't be good at everything in life. If you do need a parachute pack, let me know. That's still a quality service I can provide. As far as some other things, I'm definitely working on it though. But yeah, if you did pick up a set, you definitely got a good deal. Um, yeah, and there were a few people that did throw in a couple extra bucks. So there was a few of them that I broke even on, and the majority of them though, yeah, I just frankly lost my ass on it. But my fault, nobody else's fault but my own. I'll work through it. The stuff that sucks is, well, the amount of money I spent into making the patches and doing all that stuff, and doing the fire starters. Yeah, I could have just gone and bought the stuff I wanted. Oh yeah, Gary, this is a Simple Shot Scout LT2 Pro. I mean, no, this isn't the Pro. I just lied. No, it was an honest mistake. This is just the Scout LT2 and whatever fancy plastic name they've got for this kind of plastic. It's pretty quality plastic though, and I think for the $45, that's the full MSRP. You can catch these things on sale all the time. But yeah, for 45 bucks for what you get, I think it's a great deal. My plan was to get the Scout LT2 Pro, which is the CNC milled all aluminum version, all metal. Oops, I'm gonna make a mess here. And that's well, it's still on the list. It's just gonna take a bit longer now. Yeah, yeah, Nick, and that's what I try to do. Is I try to do everything to a high standard, as well as be reasonable. People, other parachute riggers in the parachuting industry gave me crap for years because like we have our set inspect and repack price. Yeah, inspect and repack price. For it's every 180 days you have to have your reserve pulled out, inspected, repacked, brought up to date, and everything by a parachute rigger. And there's a like a set standard price that's the opening thing, and then like bringing your car to the mechanic. Oh, I brought it in for the exhaust, but then I come to find out I needed this, that, and the other thing. Well, the same thing happens in parachute rigging, and a lot of the small stuff I would just write off. If you needed a new reserve, close and loop them. I'm not going to charge you $6 for it and then another $10 to install it. It's part of the process, so I just charge like flat rate $65. And yeah, a lot of other parachute riggers are like, "Oh man, you're kind of undercutting everybody." And I'm like, "No, I'm just giving everybody a deal." So yeah, I'm kind of in the habit. I try to give everybody the best deal I can. I think that greed is a major problem. People just get greedy, and that's that. So Donnie, what's happening, my man? How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. How are things going in Donnie Land? So yeah, so I tried doing the best deal I possibly could in this instance as well, and yeah, I just ended up unwrapping myself a big shit sandwich. So, but yeah, like I said, I'll get to the bottom of it. I've got to look into other shipping things because that just seems like ridiculous. I don't know what the deal is. When I looked up the thing on the U.S. Postal Service, I figured it was going to be about $1.50 to ship each one based on weight and size and stuff like that. But then when you actually bring it to the USPS, it ends up, like I said, they were between $5.50 and $7 to ship. So it kind of makes it impossible. Like, yeah, I'm not even. It's not just that I'm not breaking even because that was my intentional. My original intentions was to just break even, but yeah, with the actual shipping costs, I'm not even coming close to breaking even. I'm losing my ass on it. So I'm just not going to sell the things until I figure it out. Because yeah, I was excited. I got them in on Wednesday and sold through like 20 sets of them by like Friday. But yeah, come to find out, I just lost my ass on the whole deal. So you can't sell a patch for $6 when it's costing you like $6 to ship it, because then there's the cost of the production and all that stuff. So yeah, so that's on the back burner along with the fire starters because I don't even want to know how that's going to work out. So I have a different camp, but I feel like you should make money on them. Yeah, I was hoping to make a few bucks on it, and like everything I get right now like gets reinvested into the channel, whether it's something even I was selling my Spartan blades, and that yeah, that fell through because after the guy asked me to hold them for 2 months, he couldn't justify the expense at the moment. Well, why didn't you tell me that sooner instead of having me hold it for 2 months, you dick? um but yeah, so I was hoping to break even and have some fun, and then I wasn't even sure if I was going to do a second round of them. I just wanted to get them done, and then yeah, whatever money I do make goes right back into the channel. And I think I'm like 50 or 60 hours away from getting monetized, so maybe that's the better route. I don't even have to buy film or anything, and just keep shooting videos with my phone. So yeah, no doubt my time and energy is worth something along with yeah, because I don't drive the automobile, so it's been Miss Bushcraft that has been making the trips to well, to have them shipped. So yeah, we're it's costing time and gas money and my time, and the fire starters I'm making those all by myself. So that's a whole bunch of time and money invested as well. Like, yeah, I've sank like hundreds of dollars into this, and then I'm like, oh, that's kind of stupid because I wanted a $120 Leatherman and $120 slingshot, and yeah, I could have just gotten all that stuff instead of trying to do something else. Yeah, actually, yeah, Nick, it's not even the small stuff that's adding up this time. It's the shipping that just destroyed it. Like I had no clue shipping went that high, and I talked to a couple people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, $1.50 sounds about right. That makes sense." Because they're tiny ass little envelopes. So maybe somebody out there watching, but they're like this. They're like slightly bigger than a uh, a postcard, man. And then you put a set of these in here, right? They slide right in. And for this little package, depending on where in the country you live and shipping from New Hampshire, this little package right here give you an idea. Here's a Leatherman Raptor for how small these things are. All right, this costs between $5.50 and $7 through the United States postal system, and it costs between like $7 and almost $10. Some of them were like $9 and change um, to ship this. Like that just seems completely absurd. So literally, that's I had no. I thought it was going to be like $1.50, and like I said, it wasn't like just some wild hunch. It was. See how well we matched the sizing up and everything. Isn't that awesome? So, but yeah, sniped. Yeah, so I can't for the life of me figure out the math on that. Like literally $5.50 to $7 depending on where you live. So yeah, but like I said, yeah, not doing that for a while because that sucked. um but yeah, and the same thing with the fire starters. I'm not going to sell these for a while until I figure out how to get reasonable shipping. So um I reckon worst case scenario, I've got about a 10-year supply of fire starters for the channel. So we got to get out and start some fires. So how's everybody else doing this week? Hopefully awesome. And I'm gonna try to set up a channel store. I guess I can do that now. I gotta go through one of those drop ship like they print to order and stuff because yeah, I'm not stocking up on any of that stuff either. But it'll happen. We'll come up with some cool stuff. It's still in the works. Still enjoying my Phobos knife calcula. Um, definitely digging these. Oh, we just yeah, everything's lagging. I just got like 20 messages all at once. Um, try a regular envelope, see if there's any issue. Yeah, Nick. Plus the cost of the padded envelope, it all added up to losing my ass. Um, yeah, Donnie, that's what I said too. $6 to ship that. I'm like, how is that even possible? And if you look up the shipping rates, it's up to 3.5 ounces is only supposed to be like 73 cents based on the envelope size. And then if it's considered a large size envelope, which I even went by, it goes by the thickness as well. It can't be more than a quarter-inch thick, which that probably is, with the padded envelope and everything. So that brings it up to $1.50 if you go on the United States Postal Service thing. But yeah, they shafted me hard. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Greg, that's yeah, once you get that taken care of, life is like 20 times better, isn't it? Um Yeah, Donnie. Like I said, I'm not selling the things right now. I gotta, I gotta figure out how to do this better. Like I know that a low quantity purchase didn't help me on the pricing of the patches because I only ordered 50 sets, so like 50 of each patch, 100 patches total. But yeah, I just got to figure it out. Like it's awkward, but yeah, sorry guys. I'm not good at everything. I'm just I'm just trying like a yeah, Nick. But then it's like when you factor it all into the price, I don't think anybody's going to be interested. I'm not sure that I would be. Like that was my whole thing was doing stuff at a better quality at a reasonable price. But yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna pay 20 bucks for a thing of fire starters. I mean, even once I get the cool sticker on it, it just doesn't seem economically viable to me. Um, yeah, just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. Yeah, like one set in the envelope and everything only weighs like 0.7, 0.8 ounces, and two sets in one of these envelopes only weighs 1.7 ounces. And the United States Postal Service rates for this sort of stuff goes up to 3.5 ounces. So I'm not even hitting half the weight with two sets. So the only thing I can think of is if it's over a quarter-inch thick, then it goes to some other rate or something. But oh yeah, I saw. Well, yeah, the little mustache ones when he came out with those. Um, yeah, two two for 20. Yeah, I mean that they're cool as shit. Don't get me wrong. And I kind of want to like have them done consistently, but I'm not sure how many people, and especially where I came out and it was like 12 bucks a set. But then all of a sudden, if you're gonna bump it up to 20, I think a lot of people would be upset about that. So yeah, it's the exclusiveness of them. Yeah, there is only 50 sets, so yeah, maybe throw some collector's value on that. What does that come out to, like $50 a set? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was my first go of it. And like I said, I had some other designs and stuff. I'm glad I didn't go all in. So yeah, well, I'll figure it out. Something's got to give. But yeah, and I got to get the channel back up and bumping. It's still recovering from the great troll epidemic and the stuff like that. Aqua Donkey process. Good morning, Aqua Donkey. How you doing this morning? Yeah, I'll get it sorted out. Like I said, I've got a bunch of stuff. I mean, my week has been revolving around this channel, still does. So it's all good. Um, yeah, if I already went through all the coffee this morning, I'm at cracking a can at 8 a.m. already. So yeah, Donnie, you got my Instagram. I guess send me a message. Mrs. Bushcraft is doing awesome. She's out running a couple errands right now. She likes to get the grocery stuff done and whatever early in the morning. So she ran out to do that while I have my live. But yeah, she's doing awesome. She's doing good. Work is still good for her, so that's good for us. And yeah, she's still supportive of this. She understands what's going on. And like I said, it's not like I didn't do my research first. I jumped on the USPS site and wanted to look in. I broke down all the costs and everything. And but yeah, when the shipping came back, I'm like, no, there's no way that's right. That's just technically impossibly wrong. So Right on. Thanks, Greg. I definitely appreciate your guys' support. It's good getting your feedback because it kind of gives me a direction to head into what works and what doesn't work. East, what's happening, man? How you doing? Kelly Weaver, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Always great to see you. How you doing this fine Sunday morning? I know it's raining up here in central New Hampshire. Has been for like 2 days now. It seems like we either get sub freezing temperatures, or when it warms up just the slightest bit, we just end up with rain. Haven't figured out that weather pattern out, but when it rains, it pours, right? What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, definitely crap weather. Oh yeah, I haven't been able to win on the weather. Yeah, rain. Yeah, rain and overcast. I think it's most of like the Northeast is all raining. No, East. I don't hunt anymore. I'll only hunt on private land, and I don't have any access to private land right now. Legendary Princess, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully you have a great day as well. We're definitely working on it. We're working past some. Yeah, and in this chat we troll the trolls. So yeah, that's awesome, East. How old are you, my man? I got a stricken down on policies. Oh, Neil, how you doing, man? Well, welcome. Good night. Good morning. Good night. We are the trolls. Yeah. Weaponized sarcasm is what we have. And yeah, trolls beware. B&A, how you doing, man? Pat, welcome to the chat. Another day in paradise. How? Yeah, I guess it's overcast and rainy there for you as well. So yeah, so that's the adverse effects. Like some of the things I planned on doing over the next couple of weeks are kind of nipped in the bud as well. The Leatherman Wave Plus was on the schedule. The Simple Shot Scout LT2 Pro was on the schedule, along with a few other surprise little cool things that are an important part of kit. I've got a weapon that never runs out of ammunition, so I'm ready for war. Andre 3K. Yeah, in fact, I was planning on doing a giveaway yesterday for the 5,000. I was at 5,004 subscribers, but then I went to the post office and shipped everything that everybody had ordered Friday night to find out that I lost a bunch of money, and I was going to use some of that money to ship out the giveaway prize. So that's on. And when I got back, I went from 5,004 subscribers to like 4,998. So YouTube was like, no, no, you're not doing that. And yeah, they their favorite game. They like to scrub the sub. So I'm hoping I'll get to the giveaway for this coming up Friday. I just got to put together, make sure I got money to ship it. I don't want to like do a giveaway and then be like, yeah, it'll ship in 1 month, dude. So I think it'll come through though. We'll definitely work it out. Um, got to see how things go. So yeah, so and hopefully I can stay above 5,000 subscribers for the week. Because that's the whole point of a 5,000 subscriber giveaway is. No, and I was almost there, but then I think that's why YouTube doesn't even. They usually give you those little award things in the analytics, like, oh, you got 1,000 views or 100,000 views, or you just passed 1,000 subscribers and stuff. Brian Kerr, what's happening, man? Welcome to the chat. How you doing this morning? On nominate me for a shout out on MC. MC Hammer? Now, what do you have as far as tackle? Like, do you make small portable tackle boxes or? Charlie, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. I'm doing all right, man. I'm still in the game, so I can't complain. Yeah, just sorting through a couple bumps in the road, but I guess like they say, anything easy isn't worth doing. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. So that's where I'm trying to. Nick, are you asking me as far as tackle, like fishing tackle? I don't really have shit. I got whatever came with this Yoyito roll. It's got some swivels and some hooks and some weights, but I'm gonna expand on this. Do a little portable fishing kit with it. Um, yeah, I haven't been fishing in years and years because like when you move every 6 months, you tend to like just not have a lot of stuff anymore. And yeah, so that's kind of a huge game changer. Knives are life. What's happening, man? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Yeah, Nick, that's a work in progress. I'm looking into some of the smaller stuff, compact, portable. I've even looked into some of the Grim Workshop. They're right. I think they're in Texas, but they make those like survival size cards with like fishing hooks and things like that. So yeah, I'm looking into some stuff like that. Yeah, I'm hoping to. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Or at least, yeah, man. I'm almost afraid to say something now. Like every time I say something, something shits on it. you know, like every time I try to plan something, like the plans just crash. So I'm gonna be a lot more hesitant about like what my future plans are. Unspecifically, but what my intentions are. Yeah, what my intentions are and how things actually pan out has been two totally different things. So, in a tangled ball, just the same way I fish a mess. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm too organized for that. I got to have everything still dress right dress. So, but yeah, that's where we're going with that. And I don't know. I'm starting to think my channel got shadow banned or something. I went from like thousands and thousands of views down to like hundreds of views. So I'm not sure what's going on with all of that. Uh, I don't know. I guess that's what you get when you upset the little Sally McSallies in the crowd. People don't like when you speak the truth, and yeah, well, excuse me. Yeah, I think I'm suffering from that a little bit. So I don't know what's going on with a lot of like I don't understand how the algorithm works, nor do I really care. I'm just gonna keep posting stuff and doing the game as best I can. I've actually gotten good at this, which is cool. Yeah, I know, right? Right, Gonzo. Yeah, if you don't have a giveaway daily, your channel goes to shit. But then you're just—it's nothing more than a bunch of fake people in your live chat. People don't really give a shit what you're saying if all if your channel's based off of giveaways. Nobody really cares about the information in hand. They're just there for free shit. And then ironically, people talk about buying subscribers. I think that the daily giveaway has got to be the biggest indirect circumventive way of getting around that buying subscribers thing. So yeah, I think if you're doing it monumentally, like if there's an actual milestone, like 5,000 subscribers, seems like a good time to have a giveaway. Um, Yeah, yeah. Every once in a while is cool. Like that's what I was saying. Milestones like 5,000 subscribers. I probably won't do another one until 10,000 subscribers. And I hope I can look back at the one that was 5,000 and be like, well, that one kind of sucked, but the 10,000 was better. Maybe. And then I don't know after that. Like maybe I'll have a big giveaway on my birthday. Like I've got plenty of stuff. I mean, I've got more knives than I know what to do with. So maybe I'll give stuff away on my birthday, which is awesome because that gives me like 8 months to sort it out. Lieutenant Dan, loser. Why not upgrade that man and just like don't type so many letters and just prove your incompetence and illiteracy and just put LUZA so you're more like loser. That's how I would roll with that. That's what I'm just thinking. But thanks for helping. Don't make sure nobody deletes him. Like he can call me a loser. I don't care. Dude, I got balls of steel. I spent 27 years skydiving. Like you can call me a loser if you want, but you're a chud. And not in a good way. Like how would that go? Yeah. Luza, loser. I think that was some like 80s weaponized sarcasm or something. Yes, you've been bad. We've had it with you. Like yeah, like Pat says, we troll the trolls here. Like, and that's the best you can come up with is loser. Man, that's funny though. Makers and designers have less subs than the guy showing the knives is crazy. Yeah, yeah, that is kind of crazy, isn't it? Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mrs. Bushcraft stopped in to say hello. How you doing, honey? Yeah, she's out running the errands for now. Definitely appreciate that. She does a lot. Justin, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing this fine Sunday morning? Yeah, like I said, I was up early, like stupid early, like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm usually up that early. But yeah, I went through the pot of coffee and then some, I think. I think there might be more. I think she made a second pot, but I'm already on the crack in a can, so that's just so yeah, so we'll figure out a way to circumvent the US Postal Service. I think there's like some third party thing. And the other thing, like UPS, at least they printed out the shipping labels and stuff and made it look all nice and fancy, and then but before they wrapped it in sandpaper and stuck it to you. But the US Postal Service, they don't even do that. Like we ended up having to like hand write the stuff at the post office, like thinking they were gonna print a. Never had a monster drink, Pat. We all have our faults, man, and it's okay. We accept you still. But you have all day to remedy that. I would highly recommend you giving it a try. Get a nice chilled one though. Don't drink them warm. That's just you got to have class with it still. Up above the slingshot, this is a Yoyito hand fishing reel. I just got this in this week, and the guy is he's out of like right by the Ocala National Forest in Florida, which is cool because so is DeLand is as well. I used to work right out of DeLand. But yeah, he makes these. They're like $50 empty or like $65, and it comes with a little pouch, a little circular zippered pouch, and a small assortment of hooks and weights and swivels and things like that that you would need. Kind of everything but the bait. But yeah, this is all like milled aluminum. I know there's like cheaper ones on the market. A lot of people are out there 3D printing these and stuff or whatever, but yeah, you don't have to worry about this one snapping in your backpack or something. Um, but yeah, very cool stuff. But yeah, this is a kind of I'm working towards like a complete quality kit, like tier one all the way around. Red Bull and cherry. Yeah, we all have our crutches. Yeah, energy drinks aren't for everybody. But yeah, Red Bull, man, I could never buy Red Bull. I got cases and cases of those things for free. Back in my skydiving years, um, I worked for a company called Tony Suits, and we built the wingsuits for the Red Bull teams. And yeah, I used to work with all the Red Bull skydivers, wingsuiters, base jumpers, all those guys. But they would bring us in like a dolly with cases and cases of Red Bull every time they stopped in to visit. 50-50 Red Bull. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that like yeah, Tony, isn't that what they call a Jaeger bomb? Or did that change as well? That's what it used to be, yeah. Um yeah, how did that work? They did like a drink glass and that had the Red Bull in it, and then they would drop a shot glass in there and that would get filled with Jägermeister, and then you'd kick them both back at the same time. Jaeger bomb, Jaeger bomb, Jaeger bombs. Not that I would ever do anything like that, but yeah, that's weird because Yeah, the Jaeger bombs, man. You can start drinking at like 8 o'clock at night and still be drinking at like 8 o'clock in the morning and feel wide awake. It's kind of creepy, weird. It's like 80-20. Yeah, 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 that's the old skydiving days, man. Yeah, if we knew we had the next day off, we'd party till the sun comes up. And yeah, we'd have a bonfire going all night. And yeah, that's where all my fire lighting skills come from. No, I'm just kidding. I learned most of them as a kid, but no. Um yeah, the Four Locos. I tried those. Those are not right on many levels. I would. Didn't they take those off the shelves because they were like extremely unhealthy? We did Crystal Balls Red Bull with red and blue UV. Used to start my nights at the strip club with 20 Jaeger bombs. Yeah, Justin. Um, yeah. Oh, when I worked down at Skydive Key West, there was a couple of the strip clubs there. They would come out as a group to do tandem jumps, like it was a company outing for the strippers. We didn't mind so much; it was kind of fun for us, but always would end up in jail. Yeah, we didn't end up in jail, but we did some questionable things throughout my skydiving years. I think one of the most outrageous things we ever did was I was working at Skydive Pepperell in Pepperell, Mass, and Daniel Webster College. Whoops, as I break everything. No, it's still good quality products. Um, but Daniel Webster College was an aviation college in southern New Hampshire, and so one of the sororities used to come out and do like a sorority aviation outing, and they would all come out and do tandem jumps. And then they would hang out at the bonfire with us and party afterwards. And that's where the Jaeger bombs came in. And there's yeah, I guess it was the parachute rigger at the time, and there's only one parachute rigger at a drop zone typically. And that person might have been me. But I thought it would be cool if the sorority girls did naked big wheel races down the runway at like 2 or 3 in the morning. And it was awesome. We got it on video and everything. It was a really good time until the owner found out about it the next day. And yeah, I was once again in the office. If it's not the principal's office, it's the DZO's office or something, or the first sergeant's office. You never know. Making sick, nasty, awesome knives. Just trees and shrooms. So yeah, so that's one of many adventures throughout the years. But yeah, that was one of those token moments where I wish I think every cool knife should have a trainer version. That way, there you could work on your knife flippy skills. Because I really don't have it. Like I don't know. I guess I never really learned that stuff. I just learned how to use the knife. Not do cool flippy things. So does anybody have anything exciting planned for today, or same old, same old? Um, uh, yeah, I'll be at it today, trying to figure out a whole bunch of things, and still working on everything. Like I said, I'm not not doing anything as of now. I'm just changing I have to change the way I'm doing a few things. TCal needs to do more trainers with their. I saw that, Nick. I think TCal, you can get a trainer for anything as long as you're willing to pay for it. I've checked out their website quite extensively. The thing that bothers me about TCal is it's a 3 to 6 month prepaid. Sit on my money for 3 to 6 months while I wait for a production knife. Nothing really custom about it. You pick the steel and you pick the scales, and then you wait 3 to 6 months. That's a long time to wait on a knife, in my opinion. And with the survive knives and what's that other carnivore knives that took all those deposits and nobody got any knives. I mean, I'm not saying that he's going to do that. I'm just saying that we can thank companies like Survive Knives and Carnivora that took hundreds of deposits on knives and never delivered. And now it's like one of those, oh, I got to wait 3 to 6 months for a production knife, and um, awkward. So, And I don't know. I need to start putting more on the channel. I know that. So I've been looking into a lot of different avenues. I do like tour knives. Does anybody have any tour knives? Yeah, they're currently building a larger shop to make more knives. Yeah. I mean, man, I can get a custom harness container whole parachute system done up in 2 months, and that's custom. Like that's made 100% to individual specifications. And I can get that in 2 months, and that makes sense because they're making it custom. But for production, okay, hopefully not what I think. Um, yeah, yeah, where we go. Troll number two. Anybody want to just yeah, I'm not thinking that's what it stands for. Anybody want to snipe that fool? Go right ahead. I don't care. Snipe them. That's what we do here. Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll the dice with that one. I, yeah, yeah. Donnie's spot on with that one. I couldn't agree with Donnie more. You just looking for trouble. There you go, gone. So that's what we got, like a 20, 30 second delay or something. Yeah, maybe maybe he'll change that. What? Probably a solid plan. So yeah, I definitely got to start adding more to the kit. But yeah, like I said, the irony is all the money that I could have used to do all the upgrades is now tied up in the other stuff, and now I'm losing money on that too. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know what to do. I'll sort it out. It'll work itself out. And that's the whole thing. I got to remind myself, you know, YouTube channels really aren't built in months. They're built over years. And I've only been doing this full time now for like 3 months. So I think I'm doing pretty well. Prior to that, all I did was some shorts and everything. So yeah, I just got to remember. Yeah, like nothing's going to happen overnight. And I think, yeah, in constantly trying to grow the channel and make the channel a better place. Along with that comes the economic stuff involved, at least when you're doing this end of it. So, and I got rid of that. That mat was looking pretty nasty. It was looking like poo poo soup. So, yeah, I got rid of that. Yeah, we burned that up something fierce on doing all the testing fire starters. So, yeah, that's something else that I don't really take into consideration too much. Although I should from experience. Prototyping is expensive. When you have a cool wingsuit idea, it's not a matter of, oh, like, let's just go test it out. It's about 50 hours of labor on the sewing machine and a few $100s in materials. So when you look at labor costs, $65 an hour times 40 hours, um, yeah, you're looking at like $3,000 to $5,000 in prototyping a wingsuit. And I know, goofy little fire starters aren't the same, but I've definitely put the time and effort into figuring that one out. My email got blocked for some reason. Your your email got blocked, Justin. I'm trying to put together the relevance. No, Nick, I'm not. I got to give my lungs a break. The amount of stuff that comes off of those things is quite a bit. Yeah, yeah, you'd wonder why they'd even allow it on YouTube when they're, so strict about everything else that we do on here. But oh, you did, Justin? It should. I don't have a way to check my email while I'm live. But do you have Instagram? Because we're on Instagram as well. If not, maybe it just got moved over to the spam or something. Yeah, but what's weird is all the stuff that YouTube restricts us on. If you look, YouTube's been, I guess they want to compete with Netflix or something now. Is part of what's going on with YouTube. If you look into some of their movies and everything, um, yeah, what they put on there for movies as far as like stuff you shouldn't see or stuff you shouldn't say, the movies that YouTube posts is full of it. No Insta. Yeah. Wow. We have Discord as well, but I don't really do anything on there. It's kind of gotten a little weird on Instagram on Discord. But yeah, yeah. There's good movies. I'm not arguing that. There's some. I'm surprised at some of the movies that they actually put on there. Yeah, like some quality. Not 40-year-old trash movies or something like that. But it's the content of those movies is in complete opposition of what YouTube says we're allowed to do. I'm just kind of calling out the hypocrisy of YouTube. That's all. Um, and thanks, honey. We appreciate. Yeah, I know, right? We need like 50 or 60 hours more to get the ad revenue monetization, but we're getting there. Yeah, it seemed like everything was blowing up for a while, and then it all crashed out around that reused content time. So I'm not sure how to build it back up, or I'm burnt out on knife videos. Yeah, yeah, P&A. After a while, they all just start to look the same. It's like, oh look, it's another knife. It has a sharp edge. It's pointy, and it has some scales, either made out of G10 micarta carbon fiber, or that or plastic junk. And it's amazing how the Ultim thing picked up because, like before I purchase anything, I like to do the research on the materials, and I found out that Ultim was popularized, and the most popular item made of Ultim is Pizza Hut cups. Those red cups you get from Pizza Hut, those are made out of Ultim, and they're allegedly pretty durable. They work good for cups. But I've heard tons of people say that they've had problems with that Ultim chipping and it's brittle. Um, but that's how marketing works, Like let's hype you up on something because it probably costs them less to make an Ultim scale than it does one out of layered micarta, all that stuff. Yeah, yeah, Ultim is it's trendy like bell bottoms. It was here, but we're all set with that. And it'll probably have a second go around, but yeah, yeah, Gonzo, it is, but there's click the link in the description. Um, you know, yeah, I agree. But if you joke around about the QVC thing, oh my God, people get upset. Yeah, I was never a fan of the Ultim. Like I think the first time I saw it, yeah, it was on a Tri-State EDC, and I'm like, I wonder what this stuff is. And the part that boggles me is why didn't they at least go with the cool red? Like red would have like the Pizza Hut cups. That's Ultim. So why not red? Why just the yellow? And when you ask about like, are they going to do it in red? Nobody has an answer. Like silver bar locks, or yeah, how about yeah, we just get the knife that works for us, and as long as it meets the standards of a knife, it fits in your pocket the way. So size is like a variable. That's a good thing to figure out. Um, but all the different lock types, as long as the lock works and the knife isn't. But if you're cutting, I mean, it doesn't need a super lock. And that falls under like the right tool for the right job. There are things um you shouldn't do with your folding knife that you can do with your fixed blade knife. So the fixed blade and folder makes sense. Um, yeah, that's why for a while I was thinking I railroaded my channel because all the Chinese knife makers were making offers like, oh, here we want to send you this free knife and stuff like that. And I was like, no, I don't want any pocket trash. The Chinese knife companies. And I was like, wow, that kind of sucks because it like that's all free videos. Like you get the free knife from the Chinese company, and guess what? Here's the next pocket banger of the week. Like here, and then you get the affiliate links, and you're making money. And then when you're done with showing the knife, you keep it in nice new condition. And guess what? Now you got super views because now you get your giveaway content. Like, oh, I'm giving away another knife that I got for free to show you and to set up the affiliate link and blah 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 blah. And um, bought a Spider Co. Bodacious for under 150 the other day. Loving this thing. Yeah, Pat, I've been looking into the Bodacious, the Shaman, and I think like the PM2 or PM3 or something is the Spider Co's I've been looking at. But yeah, that's another thing that was on my list. But yeah, I gotta wait. I lost so much money doing the patches and the fire starters that yeah, I would have just been better off. Like I said, I was gonna buy the Leatherman Wave Plus, the Scout LT2 Pro. I was gonna get another folder. And I hadn't decided. It was between like those four: the Bodacious, the Shaman, the PM2, or the PM3. My new Tenacious just showed up yesterday. Nice, nice. Yeah, a lot of Spyderco people here, huh? Which makes sense. This was my gateway Spyderco. Because I hadn't owned a Spyderco prior to this one, and owning this one now, I've definitely looked more into Spyderco for sure. In fact, this is a great one. Oh, there's a Tor knife with a carbon fiber, but yeah, the carbon fiber scales with my Calcula, and then the carbon fiber Spyderco. That's a great little combo there, I think. I've been seeing people doing those mods where they take aftermarket scales with the Shaman and Bodacious, mix it all, and make a pretty cool looking knife. Yeah, that's cool. Have when's that Sage 6 coming out? Does anybody know, or is it already out? I know I'm a huge fan of the Sage 5, and I'm wondering how different the Sage 6 is going to be. But I do. Oh man, this the carbon fiber scale surface that has a nice texture to it that doesn't change. I definitely dig it. The Yojimbo, a lot. The Yojimbo too. Stella runs the show. I just finished a 6 hour tuning session. Yeah, stellar. And now after your 6 hour gooning session, you're gonna have a 6 hour like I don't have a life session. Is that what's wrong with you? Oh, the resilience. Hey. Yeah, nice sniping there, Pat. Good job, my man. That is awesome. Troy, am I putting this thing right here? Yeah, it's not just that people are weird. It's I don't understand the mentality of some people. Like, I have nothing to do, so I'm just gonna go be a miserable person to good people. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, it does, it does. We've talked about this. They're that person that was, mommy and daddy didn't give them enough attention as a kid, and they're just kind of starved for attention. I wonder what happens. What happens if you report those people? Like, does anything actually ever happen? I don't know. I don't know anything about that because I've never had anybody report me in a live chat. Well, at least a live chat that I went to, I've had people wrongfully report me on this live chat, but being a I'd swap one of the fixed blades for a little hatchet. Oh yeah, man, these aren't out here for any real reason. Yeah, I got a little hatchet, but it's probably the least used tool that I actually use. I prefer a saw over a hatchet. They just work better. They're quieter. They just make a lot more sense. And um, when you're out there in the real world doing stuff, at least through my experience, most of that stuff never gets used. Most of it's just YouTube fairy tales, like Fantasy Island. It's instead of the plane to plane, it's the bushcraft here on Fantasy Island. Um, and does it actually do anything? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, would it make more sense to report these people, or I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Okay, nice your life. That makes sense. You just can't post on videos for a while. But the irony is, if somebody were to even wrongfully report you for reused content, YouTube acts on that right away. They're not going to let that pass for sure. Woodworking gunny bear. I use my hatchet quite a bit, but each person's techniques are different. Yeah, yeah, and just by the woodworking gunny bear, you probably do a lot of woodworking, so there's a lot of things that you would do, that just are away from the norm. It's like my argument with the haversack. Go through hike the AT and see how many haversacks you see. I promise you, not one. I've never seen anyone on any trails, whether it was like a trail in Florida, a trail in the White Mountains in New Hampshire, Pennsylvania. I mean, I've traveled a lot of trails and done so on foot and mountain bike, and I've never seen the haversack, not once. And even like you don't see hatchets and things like that. You usually don't even. I mean, most people are carrying a little knife to open a package if they need to or something. Yeah, yeah, those are classics. The old Alice packs for sure. Oh, hey, Burkles, man, I was watching your stuff this morning. Um, yeah, me and Mrs. Bushcraft were watching it. Some really good stuff. It was the Venom knife, and we rewatched the squat shots, slingshot frame that you had cerakoted and stuff. Awesome stuff. I'm still trying to. I was just talking about some of the stuff that I want to get to send to you to Cerakote. Yeah, I kind of railroaded my own channel this time. And yeah, all the patches I've been selling, I've been losing money on them. So, like the irony is all the money that I put in having patches made and making up the fire starters and doing all that fun stuff, is all the money that I was going to do to get my Wave Plus and my Scud LT2 Pro and some other stuff that I planned on having Cerakoted. I would go steel. That's what I used to use climbing the. People are jerks. Yeah, Pat, I would definitely. I like steel. That's my own, but that's what I learned on. And my buddy John Greer, who's like world champ arborist, he likes steel. So I think steel's kind of the way to go. Kind of like silky. Um, but yeah, that's I carry a good sized kukri in my daily pack, but I use a clear business to hang siding and stuff. You use a kukri to hang siding? I kind of want to hang siding now. If you get to carry around a kukri all day, that would be awesome. Um, Farm Boss Tui. I don't know John. Oh yeah, yeah. John's red is good as well. Um, oh yeah, yeah. To clear bushes. I've also looked at the Silky Nada. The 240 millimeter. It's just like a long straight edge. It's kind of like a chopper hatchet. Um, I want to give one of those a try over a standard hatchet. I'm not sure. Huge standing dead fell in the backyard. Gonna be a pain. to buck it up. Oh, Pat, I wish you lived closer, man. I'd hook you up on that. I like doing that. I'd make short work of it, my man. Um, yeah, we used to go. That guy I was telling you about, John. Um, when we were shut down at the airport, yeah, he's like literally a world champ arborist, and so like there was like an ice storm in West Deptford, New Jersey, and we went there for like 2 weeks, and that's all we did was we were just clearing trees that fell over. We had done the same thing around King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. They had an ice storm. We went in there and did all that stuff. Oh, Pat, you do have the Nada? Yeah, I think it's a great tool, and I've seen people on YouTube batoning with it and stuff, so that makes it even better. That's because that'll baton some serious stuff. So yeah, you've got a nice little chopper for delimbing and everything. Yeah, use a bigger saw for felling it or bucking it up, and then yeah, like some type of hatchet, not a type tool for delimbing and splitting. Hoggy, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. Always good to see you. Um, yeah, yeah, you getting it? Yeah, you got the indoor range, so you're doing tons of shooting, right? Yeah, Pat. If I was closer, I'd come over there and it'd be like, all right, well, I do this, grab a 6 pack or something. Um, yeah, that would be awesome. But what can we do? If I've already asked this, I apologize. But have you ever done just channel stickers? No, Nick, I haven't. I'm designing them though. I had to learn how to use the little graphics and text and all that stuff. The program on the square box. It's allegedly smarter than me, but I don't think it is. Yeah, in fact, Miss Bushcraft has seen a couple. I have like one design. It's like a 2 by 3 inch, and I have like the left 2/3 is like the Bushcraft Rebooted, then the little YouTube play button, and then on the right, I got to figure out how to overlay the. I want to overlay the Troll Hunting Club thing or something. Bunch of time I use a chainsaws. I like this steel. Only thing is, it seems slightly harder to get going. Yeah, yeah. Burkles. I know there's a lot. Like you got to tune those things in. Like there's a science to running a good chainsaw. I don't know it all that good. My buddy does. So yeah, when you got somebody that smart, when something goes wrong, you don't tinker with it. You just like here you go, do your thing, and 30 seconds later you're good. Versus 30 minutes of me tinkering with it. So, Hoggy, I thought you had like an indoor. No, okay, I was wrong. Sorry, my bad. You been getting any sling time? Yeah, yeah, Burkles. Yeah, I learned that years ago. Yeah, if you're with somebody that knows what they're doing, and you know somebody that knows what they're doing, I'm not going to learn how to Cerakote and do all that to do a dozen different items. I'm just going to send it to you, and you've already learned from all your mistakes, and I don't need to make those mistakes. I'll just send it to because it's not something I would do ongoing. But the Kydex, on the other hand, custom Kydex is something that I want to get into and start making custom Kydex. Pillam, those knives were made in China. Yeah, Pillam, you're an idiot. Which one of those knife tube guys sent you in here? Why would you even say that? That's why I think like that now. Because I've been trolled so hard by those guys. Yeah, they weren't made in China. They were made in the U.S. And how about you go pump sand there, you little. See how I caught myself? I was about to say some bad stuff. I'm trying to do better. But I'm not trying very hard. It's not like a major goal of mine is like, oh, I got to do a better job at not insulting idiots and trolls. No, I'm going to do a better job at insulting idiots and trolls. I'm just going to do it within YouTube's terms of service. There's my goals. so, yeah, no, no, Pillam, these knives are actually made in the USA along with Leatherman and Exotac and the Yoyito and the Simple Shot. Phobos knives is definitely made in the USA. So, if they can dish it out. but that's the whole thing, Nick. You know they can't. Like I at least I hope at the end of the day they're like crying themselves. They probably are anyhow. They're just crying themselves to sleep, doing nobody likes me. I don't have any friends, and it's like you can't figure out why because your introduction to a group of people is, hey, look at me, I'm an asshole. So yeah, that's probably why you're crying to yourself to sleep at night, going, I don't have any friends. And he's gonna repeat the process tomorrow, and he still won't be able to figure it out. So I think they're trying to get you to stoop to the. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Nick. And I've heard. Let's just say I've seen some really outrageous accusations made, and then following that live, it was in a live chat. And then following that live chat, they're persisting on calling the guy a douchebag and everything. It's like really so. Um, wow, yeah. Well, I literally watched that live chat, and on the left side of that screen was my subscribed channels, and the people that were involved, I literally went through and unsubscribed to them. I'm like, I don't want to associate with you assholes in any way, shape, or form. Like, it's some of the most despicable things that I've seen, and absolute hypocrisy, and it just really that was their true color shining through. So. Mr. Tracy, I'm not a seller. No, I'm just doing my thing. I don't even do affiliate links, so I do recommend people that I think do quality work and do good stuff. But yeah, you can just Google that shit, man. And I'm not being rude about it. That's how I find my stuff. I just Google it and then it is what it is. But like I'll recommend people like Burkle Cerakote. He's a cool guy. He does great work. He has a YouTube channel, and I know a couple of his customers that verify he does good work. So yeah, I'll support somebody like Burkle's Cerakote and stuff. But I don't have an affiliate link. I don't get kickbacks or anything like that. So um, Nick, why can't we all be here to lift each other up? I mean, yeah, Nick, I totally agree. And that's part of my YouTube process, growing process on YouTube is learning who to stay away from because there's some real assholes on YouTube. There are some people that just, hey, whoever that guy was that reported me for reused content, that's the kind of person I'm talking about. Because y'all know I don't even have those technologies. I'm not that smart. My smartphone is allegedly smarter than me, but I'm bigger and I can win because I could smash the phone. Um, Yeah, but we are working on the knickers. We're working on the nick. We're gonna have custom knickers coming out with Bushcraft rebooted on them. Yeah, Bushcraft on the front because it's all about the trim. And this is how I get myself into trouble. But yeah, like everything that I was working on is kind of on the back burner right now until I figure out how to work past selling patches and not losing my ass. And at least I didn't start selling any of the fire starters yet, but that's gonna. Um, yeah, yeah, Nick. For the misses. um, yeah, we are working on the stickers. Though. I got a couple different designs going. I do this the stickers for the fire starters, which is a 2.5 inch round sticker. Those will be in. I think they're kind of cool, but I figured I would show those to everybody and be like, "Yeah, what do you think the color?" Because I did change the color um, in the actual the text Bushcraft rebooted versus the channel. The channel logo is like a lot brighter neon green of text, and I went more for that OD outdoor kind of green. I just thought it was cool, especially with the red and um, huge knife bushcraft community on whatnot app custom kydex too. That's why I asked. Yeah, I'm looking into doing custom kydex myself. Um, and I'm learning. I've learned the hard way that I should probably stay away from certain communities because when I start saying things that they don't like, then they try to report my channel. And because like one of my favorite hobbies here is pooping on poo poo Chinese knives. Like, why are we supporting those that want to see our demise? We should not support anything made in China. And I support a lot of places, Japan, England, even Canada with all the stuff going on. I support a lot of places, but I do not support anything from China. And a lot of these channels are making money off of these Chinese products because people are a lot more willing to part with $50 for their poo poo Chinese knife than they are $200 or $300 for a quality American made in the USA with pride knife. So I've been staying away from a lot of the communities. I've been, yeah, more increasingly withdrawing from a lot of communities. Um, because yeah, like the bushcraft communities are not going to like me, and I'm going to use my superior experience to tell them they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and then they're going to get all butt hurt and they're oh, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't know the name of the channels offhand. One guy does holsters. Yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna do kydex for like knives. And in the beginning it's just gonna be Phobos knives because those are the knives that I use. And it might just stay there because I don't want to become like a 24/7 kydex manufacturer guy. I just like to make them and make quality products. So, found the Dwight shoot. I'm getting a Torfix blade this week. Anyone ever had one? No, Gonzo. I've been looking into them though, but I'm not sure if they discontinued the model, the Tor Field knife. It's like the 1.0 or something, and then I was thinking of piggybacking that with either the 3.0 or they have this other one that's coming out with a skeletonized handle. But one thing Tor does have that I must have. I don't know unless Donnie wants to work something out with me. I wanna. They got a sweet Marlin spike and I'm a huge fan of the Marlin Spike. Actually, I'd like to do like a Marlin Spike and a mini pry bar. Those would be like like when you look at the two, it's got to be like, oh, that's a brother and sister kind of thing, or like they belong together. Maybe not the your soul is in brass knuckles for what? What am I going to use brass knuckles for? I'm not some street hooligan. I don't even see like I don't even carry a knife or like I don't get into fights. Like yeah, I'm not a fan of the brass knuckles. I guess And in most states, they're not even legit, are they? I mean, they're legit, but they're not legal. Knock if you buck. Most don't even. Yeah, yeah. Most of them will end up with like broken fingers, from what I understand. It's like the steel toe problem. Like the steel toes will protect you from certain things, but if you drop a heavy weight, that steel toe is going to shear your toes right off. Brass knuckles are the same way. If you're not using them right, you end up breaking all your fingers. Um, and that's like I said, I've never owned any or used any, but Gonzo, I was just playing like 20 minutes ago here. Yeah, Gonzo, you're lagging, man, hardcore. Yeah, we were talking about Tor knives. Upper right tool. Oh, what do you upper right tool? Top right? Hold on, are you gonna do the what's the unfoldy thingy? Because that's when I tell people to pump sand because I know the guy that plays that game and started spreading that game. Oh, they're the Leatherman Raptor shears is what they are. Kapow. They're awesome. They're useful. I've always been in that mindset that if you need scissors, scissors is what you need. Like nothing else is really going to replace the scissors. So I actually carry these little clunky things around with me for like over a decade. Literally in my bike touring kit. Because when I needed a pair of scissors, I wanted a pair of scissors, and this was part of a 5 pack that I got for work in the rigging loft. And these are the set that I never used in the rigging loft because anything this small, we get into like thread nipper, little spring loaded thread nippers and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, if I'm not going to use them at work, I'll use them at play. So they became valuable. Like they're like the cheapest part of the 5 piece set that I got. It was like a Home Depot thing. And so I wanted to upgrade them because I'm like basically taking everything. Yeah, I'm taking everything that I used for like over a decade of bike touring, like 17 trips to the Eastern Seaboard, from like New York to Florida every year for work and stuff. And so I'm like rebuilding it, and then these got replaced with the Leatherman Raptor, right? So that's kind of like the mentality of what's going on here. So some of my newer stuff isn't used, but it's because I use stuff like this for so long that I'm like, oh, how could I make that better? How would it be more efficient? How could I, is there a multi-tool version of it? So, Papa Rhino, what's happening? How you doing, brother, man? How has life been treating you, bro? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? All right, we got it. Back in business. Quoba, Quoba. Hey, what's happening? I wonder if... So yeah, so that's kind of where I've been going with the kit. Like, you know, the knife that I carried for like I don't know 6 7 years was the Spartan Blades Horkos. Great knife, S35 VN steel. I used it for years and years, and so to replace it with something better, more multi-toolish. Like you can't hit a ferro rod on this. It's kind of like a field utility, military knife. Um, and that to replace this was the Tier One BC. Okay, it's got the little ferrocium rod notch. So that thing, if you hung out on a Friday night, it's a flamethrower. It's got the bow drill divot. Not like I'm gonna do any friction fires anytime soon, unless I'm, doing some YouTube fantasy survival video. But and it's made out of magna cut. So one of the things I liked about the Spartan Blades Horkos was the edge retention. Because prior to the S35 VN steel, I had just done regular, whatever was. Who really cared? I didn't know. It didn't matter. Metallurgy wasn't a thing. A knife is a knife. But then after I had several SOGs and other knives break, I was like, this doesn't seem right. So I did my research. I ended up with the Spartan Blades Horkos, which I used for years and years. Um, but replaced it like in the same size range is the Phobos Tier One BC, and yeah, so that's kind of the logic behind that. Um, the next level replacement was I carried the Spartan Blades Frike, and I ended up switching that for the Phobos Calcula. I know there's a bigger difference in handle size, but that's why I did it. The Frike is just a couple of slabs of G10 thrown on there. I mean, it's nice and sleek if you're gonna, like concealed carry it or something. It's awesome, but for like doing woodworking, I know Spartan Blades designed it as a fight knife or whatever, but I just used it as like an EDC type thing and whatever. But I ended up replacing that with the Calcula. So that's kind of like the process I'm going through. Gonna give it a few days, and we're gonna kayak a big section of the Buffalo River. Oh, that sounds like a great time, Papa Rhino. You should definitely post some pictures and stuff, dude. Um, oh no, Nick, you didn't miss anything much. Same old, same old. So that's and then yeah, piggybacked on the Horkos. I carried the Enyo, which is a great little concealed carry. This is a great necker knife too, like nice, super compact, S35 VN, all that good stuff. And I replaced that with the Phobos Tier One Mini Mini. It actually has some contoured grips to it, way more comfortable in the hand. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe not so much as a necker. It's a little bit on the large size. You could take the scales off and set it up that way or something. Maybe the scales can be removed on this. And it'll kind of like be the same thing as the Enyo, but it just put the Enyo into a more usable, functional, ergonomically correct in my world version. So, what's your thoughts on the Wild Pink Hunter from Tops? I have no clue. I don't think I've even seen that one yet, Nick. Um, Now it's roaring about 22 feet above flood stage. Gotta let her settle down a bit. Yeah, Papa Rhino, or just make sure you got some floats in the front and rear of your boat, and yeah, paddle it, paddle it. And make sure you get a good PFD, man. I had a nice one. It was like an Ed Lucero something. Back in the day. Yeah, I'd love to get back into some paddling, but yeah, it's just expensive. And don't be afraid to portage. If it looks like it's going to kick your butt, then yeah, just go ahead and portage it. Best plan ever. So, but yeah, so my current plans are is to sort out sort out the shipping, set up. I'm gonna see what I can do with setting up a channel store. I know I've met the requirements for it now. I just got to set it up, but I got to look into a little bit more how to do that. The Tom Brown tracker from Tops is my favorite. Yeah, that's the that wild shaped one. It's like highly functionally wild shaped. Oh, the mini brown tracker from Tops. Yeah, I've got to check those out. I mean, that's just I don't know. I've got a lot of other diversified stuff I got to do before I start looking at more knives. Um, and yeah, like I said, I just had some major setbacks in life, and it's all my own fault. I should have done a little more research and before I did things, but no, you live and you learn. The FMS, the plastic box near the Spider Co. Yeah, Koba. Are you playing me for a fool, man? Because I don't play that monkey see, monkey do. I'm a subscriber. Do what I say. I don't. If the plastic box, like you're just not. How old is you? How old is you, son? Like you can recognize the spider. Like you're just not making sense, dude. And you know what? I I, I gotta get some points for me. I'm not playing those stupid games. Out of here. Nick Tom Brown. Yeah, it's yeah. There's certain keywords. Like the algorithm picks up on certain keywords. My brain rhythm picks up on certain keywords now, and when you start going down that road, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of you. So I don't know. Linux the dog. Can you show me the blade? There is no butterfly knife. Oh, I know I'm getting trolled now. This is awesome. Yeah, if anybody wanna do you know what a battle song knife is? Do you know what a butterfly knife is? Because nothing here resembles one of those. So and that's how they try to rope you into their little silly games. They ask it like they try to ask immature, childish questions, even though they're grown ass men. Um, I'm sure it was your friend. All right. Well, how about you go hang out with your friend then? There we go. See, I'm gonna earn some points too. I'm losing so much money on the patches. I got to earn my own now. Open the bottom. Yeah, see, some of these guys that have channels, they have like 20 or 30 other accounts, and what they do is they go around and troll you, and then they try to get you into acting the fool so that people don't like you, and they're like, "Oh, that was the true side of them that came out." But hey, this has been the true side of me since I got here. So I can vouch for the Windrunner XL. So, but yeah, Palmer Conley, what's happening, little brother? How you doing, my man? Welcome to the chat. There's been plenty of trolls kicking around today. I always act a fool. That's why YouTube hates me. Yeah, Gons, I think I'm the same way, my man. Um, yeah, I don't know exactly the fool. I just don't put up with fools. There's a fine line between having a good time, having fun, and um, being an absolute asshat. And that's where I draw the line when people hit that level. And I know what's going on. The funny thing is if you look some of the other lives, they'll talk about it. They'll talk about the things that they do to other channels. And then so you pick up on what they're doing in your channel, them and their little buddies and their 20 other accounts and all that stuff. And yeah, it's not the world that you think it is. Like when you're on that side of the screen and you're in their lives or in their videos, leaving comments and stuff, it's all honky dory. But the second they see you as the Burger King that opened up in front of their McDonald's, they're not so friendly anymore, and they send their little troll accounts after you. And but yeah, you pay attention enough, you pick up on it, and yeah, it's a real thing. And shame on those people, really shame on them. And I'm not going to throw any of them under the bus. They know who they are. They know what they're doing. In fact, they use the back channels. They'll talk about it on Discord and Instagram and stuff like that as well. So, but yeah, there's like of all the stuff I watched on how to do a YouTube channel, like vidIQ and all those people helping out. Um, yeah, they never talk about that stuff. They really don't. It's just for some reason it's not. It doesn't come up. Yeah, yeah. Everybody's stepping on everybody's toes, and you can only have this time slot and that time slot, and um, yeah, yeah. And the funny thing is I've been all their live chats, and even and a lot of you guys know me from those live chats. Have I ever said like, "Oh, there's another poo-poo Chinese knife. How about you show us something better?" I don't leave any comments like that. I just either ignore it or the I think the worst I've ever done is, "Do you have any U.S. made knives?" That's about as far as I've gone with that because I try to be respectful to other people, and I understand that just because it's not my chosen thing is doesn't mean it's everybody else's, and I'm respectful on other people's channels about that. But here on my channel, I don't have to be. I'm not disrespecting anybody but myself. I get maybe like I have a biased opinion. So what? I don't. I'm not a fan of Chinese knives. So what? I like American made products. So what? And but this is my channel, and if they're that unhappy with what I'm saying, just what's that news? Scroll away. Just scroll away. You don't have to watch it. As simple as that. So I can give my opinion and not give two shits because I'm not offending the person hosting it. And if somebody in the chat or watching the video decides that this isn't their cup of tea, go find another cup of tea, my man. It's that simple. But I don't know where all the hate's derived from, other than the fact I love pooping on poo-poo Chinese knives. Clint Crosby, what's happening, my man? Welcome to the chat. If we all like the same things, there wouldn't be like two channels. Yeah, exactly, Gonzo. Like, yeah, I have my own opinion on things, and I want to do this channel a certain way, and that's cool. Paul Hendren from Britannia, welcome. Yeah, yeah. Don't you ever disrespect my Timu knives. Don't worry, man. I've got better things to do with my time. Um, Brown Sugar, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing this fine day? That is awesome. Yeah. So I know I've upset the powers that be, the people that think they rule the internet. And I'm kind of proud of it, to be honest, because wow, to stir the pot that much just over my opinion, like it screams like, I don't know, maybe certain people have a guilty conscience about what they're doing, like slinging a bunch of trashy Chinese knives for 2.2%, and once you reach $250, we'll send you a check. You only got to sell like 3,500 of their trash knives. But yeah. So yeah, none of that here. Nothing to see here. So yeah, I'm trying to do exclusively American products. It's getting better. It's getting better. I'm finding some pretty cool stuff here, there, and everywhere. Um, I've still been talking to Full Tang Tactical, so I'm not sure how all that's working out yet, but that's something I'm excited for. He's making like backpacks and chest rigs right down in Tennessee. Bobo Schnoggins, good morning, man. It's been a minute since I've seen you. How you doing? So, yeah, and there's no affiliate links. Like I've even now when I'm contacting people about different, like trying to find out some product information or something like that, I have to specifically tell them like I'm not looking for an affiliate link. Like I don't want to. I'm not playing that game. I don't even look for too much. Like I just kind of like what I like and I do what I do. So yeah, that's as far as that stuff goes. Yeah, you can plan on seeing a lot more like American made products on here as soon as I stop screwing myself over and I get things back on track. We'll be doing good. Can you? Oh, here we go with that stuff. Open what? Open what? Here, it's open. Pow, knucklehead. What was that? We just a bonehead knucklehead. Coo coo coo. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Like, open the one on the right. Open the one. Yeah, the same thing as the last three trolls said. Anybody want to snipe that ass hat? Go ahead, and not just don't get it. Just the hat. Get him, like entirely. Like, see, you wouldn't want to be a kapow. Yeah. So the next anybody who says open the one on the right, just go ahead and blast them. Fire for effect. Send it. But yeah, maybe we'll just hang out, let everybody rack up their troll sniping points for a while. Yeah, sit in the corner. You can't even do that anymore, Pat. They're like, oh no, that's psychological damage. You can't punish them. You'll hurt their little fifis. Like, come on now. Sweet. Um, yeah, that whole yeah, that's how society has changed. Like when I was growing up, and most of us were growing up, we feared the adults. We feared our parents, because they would actually legitimately ground us and stuff like that, take things away. But now, with the way they've manipulated the system and everything, it's the adults who have to fear the children. They can say whatever they want to us, do whatever they want. But if we so much as hurt their precious little feelings, then DCYS is knocking on the door saying, you can't do that. You hurt their feelings. Like you can't put them in timeout. That's psychological abuse, but the government does it on a daily basis. Go figure. They still make knives. Everybody's making knives. Yeah, Donnie, man, if you want, drop your channel link there in the chat. Let everybody subscribe. If anybody doesn't know, Donnie makes custom toothpicks and toothpick holders. No, I'm just kidding. Donnie makes some awesome, awesome folding knives, and he does it right here in the United States. He does it all by hand. Awesome, awesome knives, and someday, nothing a few million views won't cure. But Donnie and I have talked about like my ideal little hatchet folder, fixed blade, marlin spike. I've even got my own custom slingshot frame design, and we're gonna, maybe someday if the stars align in a certain way that a big bag of cash falls in front of me, then yeah, Donnie's gonna get a phone call and some lousy second-rate sketches for me to make. It's criminally yeah, yeah. I would say that for sure. Yeah, Donnie is one of those hidden gems in the haystack there, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't have way more subscribers with what he's doing. Um, he does some really cool stuff. I can work with half-ass sketches. All right, that's perfect, man, because that's exactly what you'll be getting for sure. Yeah, my drafting days are ended with wingsuits, man. Like I don't want to draw that much detail ever again. Like when you're sitting there drawing out like stitch counts, like we're working with 14 to 16 stitches per inch, and we're making sure that's in the blueprint as well to make sure that they line up at the seams. Yeah, that's no, I can't draw that much detail ever again. Like I would start at like 6 o'clock at night and like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'd still be drawing stitches, man. It's crazy. Papa Rhino's got no wrench. Oh yeah, Papa Rhino. It's only for people that have the patches, man. No, I'm just kidding. um, um, oh, I'm working this here. My technology's there, Papa Rhino. There should have remedied that. I think. I mean, listen, but only here, Mr. Bushcraft troll rants. Somebody's got to rant on the trolls. Um, Hold on, Donnie. You don't know how to post a link either. There was a time when I didn't know how to post a link. I couldn't even find a channel. Like, there's been times like we were in one live chat and it was ending, and the next live chat was about to start, but I had no way of. I'm like, how do I get there? And I would have to ask somebody in the live chat, like, hey, can somebody post a link to the next live so I can get there because it doesn't seem to be coming up on my feed there, the YouTube feed. There we go. Papa Rhino got it. Um, he still works in the steel industry. Ripley number 10 is. Oh, okay. We're talking about a knife. I thought like your friend was sick, or that could have been a screen name. Ripley number 10. Um, oh, that's right. No links on. Oh, that's yeah. The vertical lives. Someday I'm gonna switch to the horizontal lives. In fact, I got to do that to take some measurements because we've cooked the shit out of the last batch. Which this is another thing that got put on the back burner. But we do a little bit of burning stuff on Friday nights. So this is what my mat looks like now that I was using on here. But that's okay. I'm gonna get a you can get like a custom one for like 40 or 50 bucks or something. We'll have the Bushcraft Rebooted logos and all that stuff. Kindig Outdoors just stopped in to support your channel. Liked and shared, brothers. Take care. Thanks, man. We definitely appreciate it. Be well, my man. Thanks for stopping through. I'm burning stuff right now. Right on, Donnie up with the wake and bake. I'll trade hand cooked meals for a blessed knife. That would probably be worth it, Papa Ryan. Hold on, wait. You're cooking the meals, right? You're not having somebody else do it because that could be a game changer. Like if we went into the deal thinking Papa Rhino was cooking us some, homemade first class like real chef meals, and then like yeah, there's somebody else there popping open a can of SpaghettiOs. Man, I'm gonna feel robbed. We're gonna be honest about that. So yeah, Donnie, make sure you dot all your I's and cross all your T's with that deal. Hey Bushcraft, can't you reach out to Phobos and see if you can do a proudly made in America design on one of their knives? I wouldn't mind honoring that. Well, hell, Burkles, we could do that on one of my knives. I could definitely talk to Eric about it. Um, Bobo Schnoggins, thanks for the Superman. We definitely appreciate you. Um, it doesn't let me. How do you heart those things? I see other people doing it, but I don't think I have those technologies yet. Yeah, like sometimes they let you like it and stuff. That doesn't let us do anything. But yeah, we definitely appreciate the super chat there, Bobo Schnoggins. Thanks for helping out the channel. Yeah, you can reply. Yeah, how does that work? Cannon, how you doing, man? How's our resident crayon eater doing? Always awesome to see you, brother. I'm sure. Yeah, Chaos Theory and those guys, they're all sleeping still. I bet. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's only certain amounts or certain types. I know they got like it gets confusing. They have like super chats and then they got like super stickers and they got all kinds of confusing stuff. What's the first time I've seen it where you can't like it? Yeah, maybe I don't. I'm not sure. Is there a button I'm supposed to press? I tried pressing it and it just comes up as like the channel activity, go to channel, report, remove, put user in timeout. No, we're not doing any of that. Um, Weird. Vertical Eyes won't let you reply or like the donations, I think. Oh, so it's got to be a horizontal live. No, I think no, I've seen it in verticals before for sure. But yeah, Burkles, you should drop your link too. Hopefully that works for some people. But Burkles is another one of those grossly underrated channels that doesn't get the recognition that he should. He makes some really cool stuff. All of it's cool because all of it's custom. It's like to customer orders and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a great little insight into how the Cerakote process works, what's involved, and of course the awesome outcome, the start to finish of how it's done. So and someday, um, Burkles will be doing a big thing for like a kit. Like yeah, I just there's certain things I want to get done up all at once, and that way there everything is I don't end up with that Exotech deal with the lime green match cap and the OD fire starters. Like this is the kind of anodizing. This is OD and this is OD, but this is more like lime green and not OD. But yeah, send it to Burkles and he can do it all up in one shot. Do you normally do vertical lives? Yeah, Nick. Also done so far is vertical lives. I was just trying to build the channel and it automatically like the first time I went to do a live, it was the horizontal, but it defaults to the vertical. You have to go in and change it somehow. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, public service announcement to Blessed Knives. Check your damn Instagram, dude. No, that's we're getting rowdy up in here now. That's enough of that. But yeah, Donnie, check your Instagram, man. People want to reach out and talk to you, and um, that's how that went. Sorry about that moment. That's great with me. Is he really Nick, or is that weaponized sarcasm there? And very very passive aggressive, like Donnie, you suck at it, but I'm not going to say that's the case. Not that I'm any better, Donnie. I'm a full blown tech tart. Everybody here knows that. Like, but damn, I at least I check my Instagram. No, he always gets back. Oh, all right, Nick. So it's not an always thing, just a once in a while thing. He's probably not bad at it all. I'm probably just making it all up. It's horrible. So don't yeah, shame on me. Bad. What could possibly go wrong though? No, he always gets back. Yeah, he's yeah, I'm not gonna argue that. Donnie's a busy dude. Now he's trying to do busy on and YouTube at the same time, so that's gotta be overwhelming. Where yeah, he's always got his hands tied up because that's what he's making knives with his hands. I'm good and terrible actually. Yeah, I'm awesome, but I suck. I'm right there with you, Donnie. I'm it's all the love funky. I feel bad messaging him to be honest. Yeah, sometimes you do. I like yeah, people are busy, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to message them, but I kind of want to, or I should, or I shouldn't. And what do I do? What should I not? Yeah, I guess life is that's a lot of life though. Is sorting out those predicaments and stuff. Like should I or shouldn't I? And yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I'm gonna send you a video on Instagram Bushcraft. We restored HR 22 revolver from 1980, manufactured in Boston. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, or just send me the link to your YouTube so you can get the watch hours and stuff. Um, yeah, because like I said, Miss Bushcraft and I were sitting out there this morning, yeah, early having our coffee, and we were watching some of your videos, Burkles, and yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, time is money for sure. It's my ADHD. If I have that, probably do. It's like I instead to reply, then days go by and I'm an asshole. Yeah, yeah, Donnie, it's the same way. I've done that, man. I've opened up a message from somebody on Instagram, been like, "Oh, how do I want to answer this?" And I've kind of like wandered off thinking about it, and then 2 days later, I'm like, "Oh, I didn't answer that, did I? I should get back to that." Um, do you ever restore old hand tools? Or Nick, do I ever restore old hand tools? I haven't really. I've kind of cleaned some stuff up a few times, but it is fun to do though. Like yeah, if you find yourself an old pry bar or an old handsaw or something, and you can fix it up and make it good again. That's awesome. Oh, you're asking Merkel's? Yeah, do the at thing, Nick. You do that. Even I've got this technologies. You do the at, and then you only got to type in the first couple letters, and then boom, you got the whole thing. The at symbol, the that one, and then it helps to clarify that confusion sometimes with because yeah, I try not to butt into people's personal conversations in the chat. Oh yeah, it doesn't do it on the phone. Yeah, they have so many limitations on the phone, but they're I have a mid to late 1800s double barrel Damascus shotgun. I would kill to be able to shoot it. It was my great grandpa's. Yeah, Papa Rhino, that would be awesome, man. That's yeah, a lot of people Cerakote tools. Yeah, I could see that happening. That makes sense. Normally the question is pointed at you though. Yeah, yeah, that's true, Nick. When you're in the yeah, but even yeah, I guess it's your chat chime in. Yeah, I just that's upbringing. I guess I'm respectful of other people's conversations, and yeah, I was raised not to butt into people's conversations, and I made the mistake of doing it a couple times, and what was I wrong? So I just yeah, it was when I was young, much younger, like 30 years ago. 35 years ago. So I just stopped doing that. In fact, I learned not to volunteer information as well. That's important. Yeah, that would be cool to redo that shotgun for sure though. Papa Rhino, that's awesome. So yeah, I've been yeah, the reason why I mostly do verticals is I'm told that's one of the best ways to build your channel. And for the longest time it was very true. So I figured I would build the channel and have it so that the live chats build up, and then once it's kind of like in a happy spot, then I'm going to switch to the horizontals, and that'll limit the trolling and the stuff like that. So, pros and cons to everything in life. Can't fire it less. Modern ammo loads would destroy the barrel. Yeah, that's true, Papa Rhino, probably, especially once you factor in the age. But whoops, as I'm making a mess. But yeah, it would still be cool to have it like fully restored. Maybe oh man, I don't know around you, but in around here we used to have the like this Ken's ammo and reloading, and the guy would actually make custom rounds for anything. Like he'd build the brass and do anything. I had this like German made a Stabler. It was an off 32 cal that I couldn't find ammo for, and the guy actually he it cost a lot of money. But yeah, you could get custom loads for it right down to the brass and it like everything. He custom makes everything. The people are going to come because the knowledge you possess, not the and the life you. Yeah, I try to keep it interesting. That's man, that's one of the weird things. Like, um, yeah, well, like when your life has been really interesting and then it's not, it's kind of hard to talk about it. Like, yeah, Like, okay, like when you do a big adventure, something that I don't think I've ever heard anybody on YouTube really talk about. But like, okay, so if I spent like 3 weeks cycling from like New York to Key West, and it's an awesome adventure and everything, but what a lot of people don't talk about is like the last day or two, at least, and I've talked to people about it, so I'm not the only one. The last day or two is like seriously depressing because you just did this epic ride. You know, I just rode 2,500 miles from New York to Key West, and and now it's kind of over. How, like, when this is over, the day after it's over, how is my life going to measure up to what I just did? And that's kind of like the rut that I'm stuck in. Like, man, you know, over 2 decades of professional skydiving, and doing all the stuff that I did in that like lifestyle. Like, how does my life live up to that now? I'll tell you, it's far from it. Um, but it's awkward. Yeah. So that's something you don't hear a lot of people talk about. Like when you're doing a big trick, you spend a couple months through hiking a trail or something that towards the end of it, it's depressing as hell. Like it like the depression from it ending is going to break you. Um, like if you're that close to the end of something, it's not the physical thing that's going to destroy you anymore. You've adapted, you've adjusted to the daily grind, the physical demands, all that stuff. But when you're that close to the end of a big trip, it's like serious depression. And then for like a couple days after, it's kind of awesome because the people that you associate with, that you work with, your friends and everything like that are like, yay, hooray, and stuff. But then a few days later, like just nobody gives a shit. Like your life just you kind of fall off the map for a while. Day after track riding is the same. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, when you do something epic, when you do something adventurous and stuff, and then it's over, like it's a head game. Um, Everyone is different. Yeah. Um, Same when you step off on a mission. Every op has its own life. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's weird. It's almost difficult to explain, and the only people that really truly understand it are people that's lived through something similar, or um, but yeah, yeah, the last day or two of an epic adventure, no matter what it is in my world, has always been like the roughest, like yeah, psychologically, like dealing with it. Yeah, it took me 10 years to get my head right. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Cannon. Yeah, and it takes a long time. Like, um, yeah, I was completely lost and baffled in 2020. I'm like, hold on, I work at the drop zone. That's what I do. You know, that's where I live. That's where I work. That's my whole day. And now, some commie government's telling me I can't go anywhere and I got to wear a face diaper whenever. That didn't work out well. Yeah, the face diaper thing did not happen on my level. No, you didn't catch this guy wearing that crap. Do you have any awesome trips planned out this upcoming summer? I'm trying to. I'm just so economically strapped. That's the biggest determining factor right now. Is everything costs money, and right down to um, yeah, like I could go on one hell of a bike trip. I'm more than overdue for it. I want it more than anything else in the world right now. But I got to build a whole new bike for that to happen. So that's why I was trying to come up with stuff like the patches and the fire starters and stuff like that. Like my frame is straight up like broken and not safe to ride anymore, which is awesome. I rode that bitch so hard I broke her back. Talking about my bicycle. Um, but yeah, so until I can rebuild my bike, like last year, I was gonna ride down to Blade Show Atlanta and be at the Phobos knife table, but that just didn't pan out. So maybe next year it'll happen. So, but I've got to get something. Yeah, everything is expensive at this point. It's gotten crazy expensive. Uh, so yeah, that's something. And you always hear about these YouTube channels blowing up and stuff like that. So I'm kind of, I don't know, maybe maybe the YouTube gods will shine down upon me, and I'll get some damn views once I start posting some long form videos. But I'm trying to do the quality over quantity thing. Like, I don't want to be posting a whole bunch of trash videos. I just like to produce some like quality adventures, divide up the information and the entertainment. Like, I don't want to geek out on facts and figures and stuff like that as much as like enjoying the experience. So yeah, trying to bridge that gap between information and entertainment and making a quality video that people are interested in watching, rather than just mass producing thousands of shit videos. Because yeah, I can't handle that. I just don't fit into that category. Before you know it, yeah, Nick, I have a feeling, yeah, it like YouTube so far has worked out in ebbs and flows and highs and lows, and I'm used to that highs and lows. Skydiving. So, but yeah, it'll happen. It's just a matter, being patient and maintaining standards. Not falling for that, like I'm gonna dupe everybody into watching a 5 second freaking short, so that by the time you've had time to react to it, you've already watched it 3 times. Meanwhile, it was completely useless and borderline annoying. Usually, those really short ones, those annoy me. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to like learn the YouTube rhythm, and not bore the shit out of people, or trick people into watching my crap video because it was so short. By the time you realized it sucked, it was over. I don't really see that as winning. I actually launched this channel almost 2 years ago. It was like, I want to say it was like May 4th of 2023. And then I kind of like started, I was setting it up to see if the channel name would work, and started learning how to, I like everything on this channel I've done myself, the banners and all that, which is no real feat, but I had to learn how to do it in order to do it. And then I just did some shorts, and kind of like, I'm like, all right, well, I'm kind of out of ideas. And one of the biggest setbacks is not having a place where I can go do outdoor videos, which I'm still working on. So, and yeah, it's just kind of been a progression. But like December's like when I was like, all right, well, I've all these other people are doing well, doing this, that, and the other thing. I figured I'd give it a try with the lives and get to know people and relate, and get over the I'm talking to a damn camera thing, because I still, even the video that I had to do for the appeal for YouTube. God, I kind of like, I was an idiot talking to an inanimate object. I'm not going to say it's a phone, but it's a camera. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, I had to edit that to send that to YouTube, and I was like, dude, I suck at that. Like, I'm not good at talking to an inanimate object. That's why the lives have been awesome, because I'm actually talking to people. So, but yeah. So it's just a matter of sorting out locations and logistics and economics, and eventually it'll all pan out. Like I did. I mean, geez, I started this little live campaign December 4th of 2024, and we're now, I'm like 4 months into it, and I've gotten my channel monetized in that time frame. So and yeah, I'm like 50 hours away from the full monetization, the ad revenue, not including whatever we've done today. So today might be the day I make it, but for the most part, all it feels like we're having an actual conversation. Yeah, Nick, and that's the awesome part about it is we're having a real conversation, and talking to real people. Some people I've talked to on the phone, some people I've talked to on Instagram as well. So it's more personal type thing rather than talking to them. Maybe that'll be the cool part though. Maybe I'll be that one dude. Like, who's that Sam guy? Sam something. He's like a bodybuilder, and he doesn't do thumbnails. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do all the fancy stuff. But his channel's blown up. So I'm like, yeah, I don't even. Hell, I haven't done a thumbnail for live chat yet. I don't think I'm going to either. I like the concept of it just being like, hey, I'll put some, I'll give you an honest title, like what's gonna what the live chat is gonna be about. But there's the channel logo, so you know it's us and we're live. So what more do you really need? I think it's kind of like the Batman signal too. You know, you see the little Bushcraft Rebooted logo, and it's like Batman, only we're the opposite of the billionaire part and the fancy gadgets thing. But we're working on the fancy gadgets thing. I was on the phone with Zach. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks for the warning. But yeah, and yeah, there's definitely a change from watching YouTube to doing YouTube. That's definitely a game changer. So, but yeah, we've definitely made progress. We've gotten to know the community. We've built a community. I like to look at Bushcraft Rebooted as its own unique community. Whether people come from the slingshot community, the knife community, the bushcraft community, you know, the camping, the hiking, it all kind of rolls in. Bike touring, bike packing. It's all eventually going to be implemented into the channel. So, yeah, we've got there's plenty of gadgets. We're working on the gadgets, the effective gadgets. So no trinkets, just useful gadgets. But that's kind of the direction I'm trying to take the channel. And so yeah, from it's kind of like in my opinion, this is like chasing the American dream. Like I know I didn't start with nothing. I started with a little bit, but yeah, I lost just about everything since 2020. So I think that's where, you know, like the American all over again and make something happen. That's a good question. Just as long as that there's crayons, you know, I'm showing up. Yeah, we always got a bowl full of crayons just for you, Cannon, and specifically red. What do you wash it down with? A little Mo gas? Home Sweet Gaming. Have you got a stealth attack knife with zirconium coating? Um, yeah, no, I don't. Homestead Gaming. Kind of question is that, man? Is that like a gaming geek question or something? Pepto and red crayons. Oh, Pepto for it. Yeah, I got you, man. You mix it together, or one after the other. You kind of stealth. I think isn't a knife in general stealth? Like a knife is definitely a stealthy option. There's not like, well, this is a loud knife and this is a stealthy knife. I don't think that exists. But maybe in video game land it does. But no, I used to game, man. That stuff never existed. Wash it down with the tears of our enemies. Yeah, we should put a box of crayons on the live just for Canon. Yeah, well, you gotta get the same colors. I wonder if you can custom. You know how you can custom order M&Ms. I wonder if we could custom order Crayola. Yeah, Crayola. We would just like, you know, 164 count of red, and we need some separate green ones as well in case Bando Pick stops by. Mike Snowdy's son is making pretty good. No, I missed that. What's he making, Nick? The second to the left. This is a Phobos Knives Calcula S35 VN steel with red G10 liners, carbon fiber scales. Um, yeah, but this is definitely stealthy. You could, you know, good zombie hunter here, or you know, all around knife. Handmade jewelry from materials you use on knives. Sounds cool, man. I don't know, man. I think there's somewheres around like 290 or something. You can go on phobosnifes.com and get the current pricing. So does anybody have anything exciting planned today? Anybody getting out or just resting up for the work week? How is it I keep making a mess out of everything today? hiking to some waterfalls. Yeah, that's always nice. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, upstate New York. You're probably pretty familiar with that, Papa Rhino, maybe. Um, but yeah, there's tons of like natural glens and waterfalls and all that through the whole area, especially around Ithaca, Trumansburg, that area. Yeah, Nick, upstate's the bomb. Yeah, Ithaca is beautiful. It is, man. And if you're into mountain biking, Cornell University, all their fancy artwork and sculptures and everything is almost like the perfect mountain bikers party park. Like there's so much stuff you can free ride at Cornell University. It's mind boggling. I build at college. Well, help build. Oh, the Ithaca College there. I think there's Ithaca College, Cornell University, and there's a third one if I remember right. Um, oh, okay, yeah, you were there when you built it. Yeah, I was there and I wrote it, and it was awesome because the rent a cops catch you and they'll chase you out of there real quick. But there's so many downhill get out of their routes so quick it's not even funny. I took 10 days off and have some friends down to go kayak trekking and hiking. Yeah, yeah, Papa Rhino, that's what you were saying. That sounds awesome, and I'm sure you're like more than well deserved break as well. It's been raining all morning and now I have no power. Yay! Yeah, that's yeah, it's been raining. We still have power though, fortunately. I think yeah, as long as nothing's happened. Yeah, we still have power. It's been raining like the last day and a half here. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, Watkins Glen. Yeah, that's awesome as well. Like the whole area, that whole Finger Lakes region and surrounding area, it's all like riddled with like glens and yeah, there's a 210-foot waterfall in Trumansburg, which is right between like Ovid and Ithaca, and that's a nice little base jump if you don't mind taking it low. Um, but yeah, it's just high enough you can do a ditch and pitch with a good no slider pack job kind of thing. Are you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Taganic Falls. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thanks, BNA. But don't get caught. If I'm sure you're not gonna go base it, but if you do, no, no, yeah, Nick, yeah, New York is not like California, but New York City and Long Island is. Um, in that weird kind of sense, yeah, I would have to say that, like New York City, like they are some of the rudest people out there. Um, but yeah, upstate, they should separate like that little corner, New York City and Long Island, take that, connect that with New Jersey, call it something different, call the rest of New York and upstate New York something different, and now you got something happening there. And at least segregate the assholes. I mean the bad people. Yeah, segregate those New York City people and the Long Island, the attitudes and all that. Up between, but yeah, yeah, Nick, yeah, yeah. So you're way out there. That's cool though. More outdoors. How you doing, brother man? Welcome to the chat. Hey, there's still good people in the city. It's just a lot more. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, but when 90% of the population is what we're talking about, that's stereotyped, guilt through association. But yeah, the majority of New Yorkers are, man, and I'll tell you, like Boston has the same kind of thing going on. The worst New Yorkers and Bostonians are the fake Italian people. Like they all think they're part of the Italian mob. Like they all watch The Sopranos like it's going to church. Um, I'm about 4 to 5 hours from New York City. Right on, Pat. Yeah. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, like the worst ones are like the Italian wannabes. Like I have friends that skydive from Italy. They come directly from Italy here, and none of them sound like the buffoons you find in Boston or New York City, the Italian mafia wannabe guys. Like, yo, I'm tough, eh? And they all watch Rocky and The Sopranos or something. I don't understand it, but so many of them fit into that category. Oh yeah, Philly's no, we're talking about rude people. I don't think Philly isn't. You'll find more nice people in Philly, but there's more like junkies and addicts and stuff like that. Just um, yeah, I think you find more of that in Philly. I mean, that's what they're famous for. That Kensington Ave. We went and cruised through there one time, and I'm like, okay, been there, done that, never again. Like, I'm not gonna risk my health like that. It's not even like I'm afraid they're gonna come after me because they're all like disabled zombies, and I don't mean like that in a bad. Like they're all like they can't do anything. They're so whacked out. They're like comatose. I judge places I don't live by the food. That's a perfect way to go, Nick. We all have our preferences and our bias. We were going over that in the beginning of the chat. I know I definitely do. Everybody does. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I judge it based on my like definitely my experiences there, and that's my two biggest things with like Boston and New York City is the Italian wannabes. You know the people I'm talking. They all think they're like the Italian mob or something, and it's like, nah, man, you just got some like Vaseline in your hair and a weird accent that doesn't even sound like you're Italian. And most of them don't speak more than two words of Italian either, but they're, I'm 100% Italian. I highly doubt that, buddy. I only want to visit New York for a real New York pizza. Yeah, I guess real New York pizza. Yeah, there's some good pizza out there in New York, but there's some good pizza in Chicago too. Um, yeah. Yo, Adrian. Yeah, like I said, yeah, they watch too much Rocky and too much of The Soprano. I don't know. I only know about The Sopranos, but never really watched it. Yo, Adrian, give me a slice, huh? And for everything else, there's Mastercard. But the best pizza, if you want the best pizza, you got to go out to Long Island to East March is Michelangelo's. They probably, in my experience traveling around New York, probably the best pizza out there. Unless you want like a thick crust or something, then you got to go Chicago or something like that. Because if uh, Providence is a lot of 11th generation Italians that think they are in a mob. Yeah, and it's funny, man, because when you get like real Italian people that meet these Italian wannabe people, they just laugh at them. They're like, "You so far from it. You're not even close, my man." Boardwalk Empire was a good show. I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't seen that. Oh, Pat, you were just in Providence. How'd that go? Actually, I think New Jersey, as far as food, um, they're king in terms of different places to get good food. Yeah, what's New Hampshire popular for? I think we get some seafood, like they have the seafood festival thing down at Hampton Beach, but I don't think New Hampshire's really known for any type of food. Like we have such a small area of the coast, it's not really a seafood thing. Um, so Providence, Rhode Island, their pizza was trash. Oh, fancy pizza place I ate at was Mystic Pizza in Mystic Seaport, Connecticut, like the movie Mystic Pizza, but there's actually the restaurant there. I've eaten there. And that was I was doing a bike ride from Nashua, New Hampshire to Mystic Seaport, Connecticut, back in the day. Um, Mystic, that's trash pizza. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's totally riding on there. Yeah, I didn't say it was good pizza. I just said famous pizza place. They are famous, but yeah, their pizza wasn't all that. That's why I said best pizza I've ever had. And I've had a lot of pizza, tons of pizza when I lived in New York because that was part of my bike ride. I could ride anywhere and get like for like $6 or $7 back then. You can get like two slices and a pint. So I would go for a bike ride to some pizza place and grab a couple slices and a pint, and then plenty of fuel to make it back. Fish and chips at Murphy's Pub downtown was on point though. Try finding a good place that makes a good chicken Caesar salad. I don't know, Nick. That already sounds like too much rabbit food. I would just want the chicken. But yeah, yeah, the Mystic Seaport, Connecticut. Like you said, that was a bike tour thing from it was a two day thing from Nashville, New Hampshire to Mystic Seaport, Connecticut. It's like 187 miles. Like we did the first half, and then we stayed at Bryant College in Rhode Island, and then the second day we went from Bryant College, Rhode Island, to Mystic Seaport, Connecticut, and that was the big to do was the Mystic Pizza, like the movie and all that cool shit. And but yeah, the pizza wasn't all that good. It was expensive, so it had that rich taste to it, but it didn't have that good pizza taste to it. Yeah, heavy on the chicken. I'm getting tired of Mystic. Yeah, yeah, Palmer, you're stuck right there, my man. Yeah, too touristy. That's like North Conway. I used to love North Conway and the White Mountains, but now there's nothing. It's like overloaded from massholes from Massachusetts, and that's all you deal with up in like now North Conway and the White Mountains is just ridiculous. Maybe I'll make a trip up there this summer, just or maybe in the fall or something. And now, like this is why the outdoors sucks now because you go to experience the White Mountains and you're surrounded by thousands of cars, hundreds and hundreds of people on the trail. Like, believe it or not, you're more apt to see people on a hiking trail now than you are at a shopping mall. Like those of you guys that went to the shopping malls, like the big malls back in the 80s and 90s, that's what the hiking trails are like now. They're so like overcrowded and ridiculous and yeah, it sucks when you're walking down the road because you had to park a mile down the road because the parking lot's already full. And then as you're walking there, like 99% of the vehicles are from out of state, mostly from Massachusetts. They've destroyed Massachusetts and now they're on their way up here to destroy New Hampshire. So oh yeah, Palmer, we'll have to if yeah, yeah, we're only like 25 minutes from there, man. 25, 30 minutes roughly, give or take a few. But yeah, we get so flooded now by the Massachusetts people. Like New Hampshire is more like their backyard playground. And oh my god, the mass holes have even moved up here in droves. Like they're everywhere. And they have like their same mass hole thing. Like our neighbor, both of their cars have Massachusetts plates on them. And we'd get a whole bunch of snow. And for some reason, they felt morally obligated to like bury the fire hydrant in snow because, it's easier for them. I'm dying to get the allegation. Porsche of Nashua just got a cool race car that I want to go see in person. That's cool, Palmer. Yeah, man. Porsche is cool, I guess. Aren't Porsches are Italian, right? And when it rains in Providence, it floods really bad. That city is weird. Slant nose. Oh, Porsche's, isn't it? Yeah, sprechen Sie Deutsch bitte. Yeah, German. Yeah, das ist gut. That's one of the things that frustrated me in life. I took German in high school because I had planned on going in the army, and I had some friends that were stationed in Germany, and I was like, I should learn German and go to Germany when I'm in the army, and I'll be all set. But instead, I went to South Korea, and nobody in South Korea sprechen Sie Deutsch. So what? And then I started trying to learn Hangul, but I'm like, nah, 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 I'm all set. I learned a little bit, like enough to get by, and yeah, it's a rent sports are same. They do hobbies too. Don't you think it's a bit selfish to complain about other people using trails, parks, and etc.? No, Joseph, I don't at all think it's selfish to talk about the overcrowding of stuff. Yeah, it takes from the outdoor experience and everything like that, and especially when it comes to the mass holes. Absolutely right. Yeah, they've destroyed their own state in every way they possibly could, and now they're on their way up here, destroying it, taking it over bit by bit. Like Grenier Airfield in Manchester, which was known commonly as a Manchester Airport, but was started as an Army air base back in like the 30s or 40s, as Grenier Field is now Little Boston. And if you've ever been to a big city and you see all the trash piled up on the road and just how nasty and filthy it is, yeah, I'm more of a rural guy. I'd like to stay rural, but no, not selfish to be at all. It's called my First Amendment right, and I'm entitled to my opinion. And if you don't like it, bugger off, mate. Not selfish at all. Don't you think it's a little overstepping your boundaries, telling me how I should think? I mean, maybe we'll go down that route because you picked the wrong chat to play that game in, buddy. um, I'll take a 93 Cobra as well. Yeah, Joseph, if you don't like it, like I said, piss off, man. This is my opinion, my channel, my chat. And if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. Just, as they say, scroll away, scroll left, scroll right, scroll up, scroll down, scroll yourself, pal. I don't really care what you think, man. And I'm entitled to my opinion. And I think the trails are grossly overused now. They've gotten like grossly overused. And the amount of trash and everything that's left behind is also repulsive because nobody respects the New Hampshire. They all live like it's Boston and all their trash gets thrown on the ground and everything like that. Yeah, so that's my opinion, dude. Um, I'm not butthurt at all, man. I'm tired of ignorant people in my chat. That's all. There's a lot of good people here. There really is. But unfortunately, there's people that scroll through here and they just, didn't get enough attention from mommy and daddy and they want to stir the pot while they're here. So, no, Joseph, I'm not butthurt. You're just ignorant. I'm not butthurt in the least bit. I just don't like, like adopt the tree hugger concept for a second and realize that the mass holes come up here and destroy our environment. And if you're okay with destroying the environment, then there's more wrong with you than there is with me. Um, yeah, so, but that's the direction we're headed. See, Cannon, you know exactly what I'm saying. Go for a walk down Boston. Any street, any corner, anywhere, it's surrounded by trash, especially the off ramps, the on ramps, the side streets, and all that stuff. And what happens and that's why we call them mass holes. In fact, there was a massive bumper sticker campaign that went through here years ago. You can get them at all the stores, like privately owned convenience stores. And it was the biggest thing going on. The bumper sticker said, "Welcome to New Hampshire. Now go home." Because what happens is the massholes come here for their vacations and they treat it like the same crap they do in Massachusetts, and they leave all their trash all over the place. And I mean, like, you don't really feel like you're like when you go up to the White Mountains now, you don't really feel like you're walking through the White Mountains. You feel like you're doing some dirt trail behind a Walmart. There's that much trash. So, greetings from Tennessee. Hey, welcome, Patrick. How you doing? Actually, I plan to make a trip down to Tennessee sometime to Phobos Knives and Full Tang Tactical. I'm in Bristol, right on the Virginia border. Right on, man. That's cool. How do you like it there? I liked, I don't know, I like the Mid South, the Carolinas, and all that. Virginia for sure. Definitely looked into Tennessee a little bit, but yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. Well, I kind of went way past the time. Anyone who can listen to you for 1 minute will automatically tell how intelligent he is just by the way he talks. You can tell so much from what someone just by. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, there's lots of good places to live. I don't know anymore though. The last 5 years has destroyed a lot of stuff. The massive influx of homeless people, we've definitely noticed the impact of that around here. Something fierce. Like even Mrs. Bushcraft, she's brought up a couple of ads. I don't know where she gets it, like news or something. And one of the places we used to go for little walks over in Bow, New Hampshire, it was a nice little paved trail out to the river and all that. And now that's all just shredded up homeless tent and trash. And like, I get it. People are unfortunate and end up homeless, but why do you have to be so damn filthy? Like, I don't, that's the part I don't get. Like, if you check out Japan, check out the homeless situation in Japan, there are people that are homeless there, but they're neat and organized and they wash their clothes and shower, or bathe somehow, you know? They don't, they take their trash away. But for some reason, at least here in New Hampshire, from what I've seen, the people are just absolutely disgusting and filthy. And it's not misfortune; it's by decision. Like ultimately, you make the decision whether or not you're going to let like that trash pile up. And the fact is you had to go somewhere to acquire those things. So when you go there, like they weigh less. Just take the wrappers and the trash and the bag you brought the stuff in, put the wrappers and the trash back there in the bag, and bring it back to your neck. And you're going to go purchase something again. So go ahead and just do that. Jack Walls, what's happening, man? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing today? Good seeing you. But yeah, that's the part that I don't understand. And now, like, that's one of the things that's hindering this channel is a lot of places I used to go camping have just been absolutely destroyed, and there's no way I'm not taking the chance of rolling over and having some bio-infected biohazard needle getting stabbed or something. So, um, oh, right, right. Yeah, Jack Walls. Thanks, man. Yeah, subscribe. Most definitely. I do think our system should focus more on helping people that want to help themselves get off the streets instead of just letting freeloaders leech off the system and live at shelters forever. Yeah, yeah, man, for sure. And yeah, the United States needs to learn how to. I need to take advice like that. Like, man, I keep trying to be a nice guy and screwing myself over in the end. Um, But yeah, yeah, the United States needs to stop spending all our money. Like, I don't give a shit if Gaza has $50 million worth of condoms. Not a U.S. problem. Not my problem. I personally don't want tax money going to that. I think I speak for a lot of people. None of our business, not our problem. Um, that $50 million could have gotten how many homeless vets off the streets and stop giving money like that's supposed to help the homeless to like cheating lush funds. Um, yeah, like yeah, because you have some homeless shelter, and the director of the homeless shelter is making 300 grand a year, because they sit there and do nothing, and they overpay. It's just a giant money laundering system. That's I fully support that Doge thing. I know we don't talk about politics in here, but it's not. We're talking about money. Yeah, stop wasting the money and help the people that are worthy of it. And yeah, stop sending our money to stupid projects over. Yeah, I don't really. It's just yeah, North Carolina still needs help. Exactly, man. And yeah, when you follow the rabbit trail on why they didn't get help, that just angers people even more. At least me, it does. Like, yeah, they're gonna, yeah, the yeah, way to go, Beijing Biden. That's probably why my channel doesn't get put out as much anymore. Because every once in a while, I'll have that moment where I'm like, "Yay, Beijing Biden, you suck." Um, yeah, yeah, our entire infrastructure is falling apart because you know it's just what it is. It's been all of we've been getting robbed for years with our taxes and the social security and all that stuff. We have been getting royally robbed and nothing comes of it. Like we're the ones being punished. Like what is it if you took the average income and invested it mediocre mediocre, you're not the best investor in the world, but you invested it, you would retire off of $1.8 million or something like that. But if you go through the Social Security system, you'll get 12 or 1300 bucks a month now. Where are you going with that? Oh yeah, yeah, but there's no money. There's no money. Yeah, during the time that North Carolina, they had no money for North Carolina. New York City alone got $50 million, $59 million to help aid the illegal scumbags that broke into our country and are worthless and have no value. Oh, or I mean, is that what they're called? Oh, no, that's not what they're called. Asylum seekers. My bad. See, this is why I don't get into politics because I get the message wrong. Or where there's a little bit too much truth. You can't be saying that, man, because the people know the truth, and somebody will get butthurt. But hey, have you guys seen this Right in the Rain clicker pen? These things are awesome. They're really awesome, and they match your knife. They could match your fishing reel. They could match your Leatherman. They half match your. They cut them in OD and Coyote as well. Flat Dark Earth, I think, or Coyote. We do love pens. Pens are awesome. You can never have enough quality pens. And it's a Right in the Rain product, still made in the USA, I believe. This is the only cool one I got out right now, Nick. I don't have very many. There's some cool pens. I would like to get some, what is it, the Big Idea Designs? They got some nice pens, those Bolt pen, like $100 pens and stuff. Pencil. Yeah, I think I got a pencil out too. Oh, yeah, we do. Yep. And this is another Right in the Rain Hold on, we got to do the YouTube thing with the hand to make it official. It's a Right in the Rain official product. And these are actually pretty well built. They're little clicker pencils. Watch, see if you hold on. Oh, I forgot to do the hand thing. Amateur hour. Look at that. Look at that. All you gotta do is you click this end and look. It's like instant pencil sharpening with just the click of a button. Yeah, mechanical. Oh, have you seen the Sharpie pen? Like it's like a titanium case. Like it takes the Sharpie inserts. I just did that. How the that was bad. Don't do that, boys and girls. Well, actually, boys and girls do that. It's the other way around or something. But yeah, it's like $100 though. Do I want to? I would like a coffee or another. I probably another monster drink. This one's well. I still got half of this one left. I've been slacking. Yeah, Nick, you know what I'm talking. Who makes that? It's on the interwebs there. Um, the Sancho pen from Big Idea is cool too. Great pen work. Oh, I think Cannon's actually off the subject of crayons now. He's like, I guess I'll chomp on a pen too. I'll give it a try. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? NAFs. That's a collaboration they did with NAFs. Yeah, but who makes that big titanium Sharpie thing? It takes the Sharpie inserts. You can get a highlighter version of it as well. That's on my list of like fancy geek pen stuff. Is yeah, some big idea designs. I like their they've got the double clicker pen. I like that. The bolt action, the slim lines. Oh, I'm not into that. Like I got like the little Sally McSally hand, so I'm not into the big fat pens and stuff. Like I know you have to do it with a Sharpie or something, but that's like the limit for me is right there. Um, no, Nick, it's not big idea designs. It's somebody else. Yeah, it takes like the Sharpie inserts and then they have a highlighter insert, but it's not big idea designs. It's somebody else, and they even have like it's titanium, and then they have like a DLC coated version as well. But that's like that is yeah, like nothing's gonna happen to that Sharpie in a titanium case. Like that is something that's definitely on my list. Oh yes, for the coin. I guess so. Yeah, because you didn't pay up yesterday. Well, you can get red refills for it though, Canon. Like we've looked into this already. You can get red Sharpies. You can even get red pencil lead. Yeah, if it's overbuilt, it exceeds the design. Yeah, it is awesome. But yeah, man, I would like to get some like the big idea tool lineup. That would be a cool thing to add in. Ooh, Joseph Allen with the answer. Yeah, that's it. That is exactly it. Soul built makes the titanium Sharpie. Soul built. That's I knew as soon as somebody said it, that would there. Go ahead. Every like bookmark that, Nick. Like we need that. You need two of them though. There's something I have to show you after the stream. The stream. Yeah, after the stream, unless it's yeah, it probably goes into a river, and then from the river to the ocean. No, sometimes I just say things that don't make any sense, but it kind of made sense in my head, and that's the part that matters, right? But yeah, Joseph Allen with that is the absolute answer there. The Soul Built makes a titanium Sharpie, and they also have the highlighter. And you can get it in DLC, but I'm thinking maybe that could be part of the tier one bling bling kit. Just buy the plain versions, send that down to Burkle Cerakote, and then it'll definitely perfectly match everything. Yeah, yeah, they do look solid. And then the cool thing isn't I guess you could man, somebody should make a little case for the refills, like somebody with a 3D printer or something, and then you could do the refills. The different colors, and instead of carrying around like a whole bunch of jumbo size, you have like your one primary, the titanium bit, and then like a little side case that has like bling bling your other colors. No, Nick, today, well, we're close to Saturday, but not no, it's definitely Sunday. Oh, do the 3D printed thing? OCD for EDC, you think he could do it? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that could do it. Um, or maybe even something milled, like a no, that would be overkill. Well, that would still be cool. Somebody would want it. Like if you milled it out of titanium to match the marker. Smitty, go to simpleshot.com. And this version is the Scout LT2 Pro. And yeah, simpleshot.com. And they're great. They have like the base version, which is like 45 bucks or something, and then they've got like a starter kit which comes with some extra targets and some clay ammo and stuff for like 60 bucks. And then they've got the pro version, which is CNC milled aluminum and all that fanciness for like 120. Oh, right on. Yeah, yeah, Justin's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, Smitty, these are great slingshots. I've been enjoying it like thoroughly, man. It's even yeah, it's even got the sights on it and everything. Fiber optic sights, kind of like the archery. And yeah, great slingshot, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd love to get out shooting it more, but unfortunately, we've been dealing with nothing but crappy weather here in New Hampshire. But damn, gotta crane down and wait till I'm off. All right, Cannon, thanks for hanging, man. Good luck with that. Be safe while you're out working, and we'll catch you on the next one. I'm probably gonna wrap it up pretty soon because uh, it's supposed to be 8 to 9:30, but it's yeah, like almost 20 till. So man, I'll just carry it till 11 and or 11ish or something. See how it goes. But yeah, she just plays that stuff so loud I can hear it in here. It's kind of annoying listening to myself in the other room. What's that, Justin? Yeah, no, Mrs. Bushcraft in the other room with the what with her phone on, and I can hear it in here. And I'm like, it's kind of annoying listening to myself from the other room while I'm in here. That doesn't happen every day, that's for sure. So I guess I'm gonna do my best to sort out the patches situation. It's mostly a shipping situation. Um, Nick, I have no clue. I don't. She's. We haven't talked about lunch. She's fickle. Like even if she decided on something in the morning, she'll change her mind by brunch, and then we'll have to change lunch, and then who knows what's going to happen for dinner. I want to be cooking something on the grill, but of course it's raining and nasty out, so that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, and then we tried doing that. Yeah, because she couldn't plan anything, so we tried doing that. We'll just make anything, and that'll be fine. But then I did make anything, and that wasn't fine. So I'm like, well, I'm just not doing that anymore until you decide. I just like hear whatever. Yeah, I understand that, Nick. Helps you figure out what you're gonna have for lunch, right? Yeah, man, I'm like one of those idiots. I'll make a sandwich out of anything, just about. Like, yeah, just get two pieces of bread and whatever. Like, get some stuff out the fridge and throw it on there. And if it's not exactly what, throw a little seasoning on there. And if that's still not right, just douse it in hot sauce. Oh, what kind of food are you? See, she's making food. Like, I don't even know. Apparently, she gets brunch. I don't get brunch. But it's almost lunchtime anyhow. It is what it is. Yeah, if I man, if I don't know. I think one of my favorite things that I crave is just like a simple burger. Like burgers are awesome. You can just the burger and a bun, and you could make it spicy taco style. You can make it like whatever, you can throw all kinds of different stuff. You barbecue burgers. You know, I did burgers. I'd marinate the burger in red hot, Frank's red hot overnight. Make it and throw a little lettuce on there. It's kind of like a buffalo burger. And I suppose you could throw some blue cheese or ranch or whatever you want. And kind of, yeah. I've been jonesing to make some homemade pizza, but I don't want to deal with the mess. Chicken, potatoes, and corn tonight. All right, I guess that's what we're having tonight: chicken, potatoes, and corn. She's eating now. I don't know. I guess I get chicken, potatoes, and corn tonight. Um, Melt vanilla ice cream and mix that into the eggs and other batter to make French. What's the proportions though, Nick? Like, is it because that could be a game? Like, is it like a little scoop or is it 50-50 or um? Yeah, quantity of ingredients is a huge very like that. That's gonna be a huge game changer. Like a couple tablespoons or a half a cup or a cup. All right, yeah, it's just 25% of the overall. All right, got you, Nick. 25%. That's the part. Like you understand what I was saying though. Like yeah, if you made it 75%, that would whoa, that would be completely different than 25%. Yeah, yeah. Couldn't you just add a little vanilla flavor into that? Would that work too? Vanilla root flavor, vanilla. Where's Papa Rhino when you need him? Um, right, not meant as a primary. Gotcha. You had extract too to both. Cool, cool. It was life changing. Oh, walking pups. Yeah, we were trying to figure out like making French toast batter and how the quantity of ingredients changes the outcome. Like when people say like add salt, pepper, ketchup or something, like how much, you know what I mean? Like how much of each ingredient, like that's part of the important thing is. But Nick kind of clarified we're looking at like a 25% ratio, adding some vanilla ice cream into a French toast batter. Um, but yeah, that's I'm sure you have some like put a little nutmeg in there too, just a pinch or something. I don't know, 25% ish, yeah. So so yeah, the I'm sure, yeah, Papa Rhino. I was just yeah, kind of like the importance of ingredient portions when mixing stuff together is a huge variable. Like I've caught that on a bunch of recipes. They'll give you a list of 10 ingredients, but in what quantity do you put them in? Um, but yeah, that's always something different. Hey, 3 eggs will do a damn whole loaf of bread. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that is a huge variable there. Yeah, so I guess the best way to do would be add it all into like one container and then figure out what the 20, 25, 30% ish, 25% ish would be for the vanilla ice cream. That does sound good though. And then you're saying you put the vanilla extract in there as well. It's almost lunchtime. We should be talking about burgers. Breakfast time is over, unless you're a breakfast all day or breakfast for dinner kind of person. There's a lot of those kind of peoples. Egg, sugar, cream, cinnamon, vanilla, and mix. You can add all kinds of stuff to it though. A dash of real vanilla extract, not synthetic. Is there synthetic vanilla extract? There probably is. They probably mix some stuff together and it's the same. I'm eating the finest of leftover Chinese food right now. Yeah, Palmer, living it up, man. That's like that and cold pizza. That's the 18 to 22 age food groups, unless you went to culinary college or something. Red extract is different. Give me a breakfast burger, ham, bacon, cheese, chives, and an over easy egg. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Papa Rhino. I'm a burger junkie, man. I love burgers. You can do like it just starts like the burger is the canvas in which you create the art upon it. Wow, that's probably the smartest thing I've said all week. Even though it's probably stupid, but it felt smart. Yes, imitation vanilla comes from Beaver's ass. Yeah, Papa Rhino, I've heard that. It does, man. Um, I got home last night and ordered Chinese, and we went to bed before I could eat it. Dude, yeah, I've done that before. I've uh, I've ordered food with a group of friends and not and like fell asleep waiting for the food on the couch or something or in a chair to find out later on. Like, yeah, I missed that boat. But yeah, I've definitely heard that imitation vanilla extract comes from like the ass glands of beavers. Yeah, yeah, Joseph. It doesn't sound too bad actually. I could go for some of those boneless ribs. The General Tso's chicken. That's probably my favorite Chinese food takeout or whatever. General Tso's chicken with just some white rice, extra spicy, and yeah, I'm solid with that. Man, if anybody's ever around like Palmer Connolly, you might go through the area. But yeah, Western Massachusetts, Orange, Mass. There's a Chinese food place called the Tea House. They have awesome service, reasonable food. Make Ben. Yeah, I could go for a cinnamon roll right now. Actually, I think I'm just hungry. I could go for anything right now, but that just sounds even better. Um, Yeah, General's House is the bomb. It's yeah. And like I said, I like mine just with like a little serving of white rice, extra spicy. Just use high quality vodka. Um, oh, Papa Rhino, that's 99.5% of the stuff that you find in a quote unquote Chinese food store. In fact, we'll take that one step further with the General's chicken is American. So is the fortune cookie. That's a California product. I forget was it San Diego or San Francisco. Somebody can fact check me and Google that real quick. But the fortune cookie has nothing to do with Asia. Has everything to do with California though. Yeah, yeah, and the same is true with most of the Korean food. Um, yeah, a lot of Korean food, and I only know because I was stationed there like 94, 95. It's hard to find genuine Korean food, like actual real yakimandu, kimchi, kagogi, like the way they prepare it, like Korean barbecue. Um, yeah, it's hard to find like the real thing here in the States. The chimichango is American too. Not mine, but gogi, damn it. Yeah, or how about the kagogi? You know the difference, right? Right, Papa Rhino? Bulgogi's the beef, and kagogi is canine. So, yeah, if you're ever in South Korea reading the menu, choose wisely or you'll be eating Fido, which is good. It's actually tasty good, man. It's a little bit on the expensive side. I think they give you the American serviceman's discount inflation price. It's kind of like tourism. Hell, let's see. Spady's chicken. Um, Gnocchi, that's one of our favorites. It's a pain to make, but worthy of it. Yeah, yeah, definitely, Nick. But yeah, it's amazing how many different dishes are have nothing to do with over there. The only thing on that whole plate that was genuine was the rice because they do eat a lot of rice there. My pops ate dog in Korea and the Philippines when he was in the Navy. He said you just don't ask. Yeah, it's actually man, it's not bad at all though. Especially in homemade vodka sauce. Risotto too. Yeah, it's like that too. A lot of Mexican foods, like Taco Bell, has nothing to do. Like the only thing they got right is the taco, that brown mush stuff or whatever. Oh god, yeah, that just ruins your appetite thinking about it. Good white wine and chalets. Yeah, yeah, Nick, oh, there's a lot of wineries in upstate New York. They have like those wine tasting tours. I went on a couple of them. Not a huge fan of wine myself, but I did it anyhow. Yeah, you can take those like wine tours where they bring you to the different like small mom and pop shop style wineries, and you go do samplings, and they give you great deals. Yeah, that's true, Nick. Yeah. Yeah, the stuff that takes longer, like there's a huge difference between one of those instant, what is it, baking soda, baking powder doughs that you make, like a pizza dough. The instant ones aren't nearly as good as like a proper like pizza dough with yeast, and then you cold proof it for like 3 days. Yeah, yeah. The longer it takes, the better it comes out. I think. If not, I recommend you look them up. Have you ever made Dutch babies? It's basically just a baked pancake. No, I don't think I've had them, Nick. I may have, maybe, maybe not. I've had a lot of stuff traveling around, um, different areas and stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. The sauce is the boss. Japanese pancakes aren't those like they're kind of like crepes, right? I'm not sure. Hey, well, Papa Rhino, what do you think of the maple syrup at McDonald's while you're here? Since we're on the the kick of high quality, tasty goodness. Uncle Beast, what's happening, Uncle? What's happening, man? Welcome to the chat. How you doing? No, they're extremely tall, puffy pancakes. No, then I haven't had them. No, Papa Rhino, I have not. But just about anything with pancakes sounds good to me. Pancakes in like U.S. made, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, New York, like tasty good grade A maple syrup on a pancake. Maybe a little bit of the confectioner, like just a little bit of powdered sugar on there or something. Some nice slab of real butter, not margarine or parquet, or like real butter, real maple syrup. Oh Jesus! Yeah, yeah, Papa Rhino. I was just harassing Nick because we were talking about grade A maple syrup and how it takes like 50 to 55 gallons boiled down to make 1 gallon of grade A maple syrup. And good old Nick was like, "Yeah, but in a pinch, like McDonald's maple syrup pretty good too." And we're like, "Dude, no, no, especially you can't be a tier one quality over quantity kind of guy and even mention McDonald's in a food sentence." And yeah, bad Nick, bad. I'm obviously traumatized by this. It's still haunting me to this day. I haven't eaten fast food in 10, 15 years or more. Honestly, can't remember the last time. Yeah, yeah, I am not a I don't do fast food either. Yeah, it's just why. I mean, I don't know about right now because I haven't um but damn, you can get like a ribeye steak for the cost of like a McFatty's meal. Like I'll take the time to cook a good steak, or even a third rate steak is still better than McDonald's. Um, and like the whole where's the beef thing, like I want a burger, not some like little burger flake in the. That's just I can't do it. I have 3 bottles in my fridge right now, real maple syrup. Yeah, Nick, just post it on Instagram so we want to see the receipts, my man. Once McDee's bought the world's largest bait farm, I was done. That should be a warning. Yeah, McDonald's bought the and what is it? Oh, what's the fish there that they feed the chicken poop? The tilapia, the farm raised tilapia. They have the chicken coop over the tilapia pond, so everything falls through, and the tilapia live off of the chicken poop, so they only have to feed the chickens. Yeah, so I haven't bought like farm raised tilapia, and since I learned that quite a while ago, how you can make a better meal at home in time it takes to get that fast food. Yeah, or what's worse, yeah, Joseph is the people that they're door dashing or having Uber deliver fast food. Like it's already overpriced trash as it is, and now you're like adding 60, 70% to the cost of the trash because you didn't want to go get it. Like why not just have the grocery store deliver or something instead? Or um, oh yeah, Nick, you can EDC real maple syrup for sure. Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. Like I used to EDC my own hot sauce. I would always have a bottle of hot sauce, like a small bottle in my backpack or something like that. Oh yeah, totally, man. I've got a few. Yeah, sometimes. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna grab some stuff, but you can get flavored ketchups, little pocket size ones. This is ghost pepper ketchup, the jalapeno one. You get like small little bottles of Heinz 57. Yeah, you can find like EDC size hot sauces. I've got a bunch of them here, there, and everywhere. But Yeah, yeah. What was that? I'm just getting caught up on the. But yeah, you can. They sell like little bottles, man, of maple syrup all over the place. And yeah, I highly recommend it. Now, Papa Rhino, don't answer him 100% honest, and don't worry about hurting his feelings. Yeah, poo poo to DoorDash. Yeah, yeah. What a way to like rake up the cost of already expensive, not good stuff. But yeah, in fact, Mrs. Bushcraft, she sees this stuff all the time, and she'll grab me some little things. I've got some awesome hot sauces somewhere. Um, yeah, so there's like these little hot sauces as well. Can you guys see that? Like maybe I'll make this part of the giveaway prize. Yeah, we got more ghost pepper. We got the sriracha hot chili sauce. Ghost. Yeah, we already saw that. Fire roasted garlic and some habanero. Yeah, and then for the camping, if you like, I love cooking pasta when I camp. So you can get like little bottles like this of the extra virgin olive oil. I think they make some slightly smaller ones too, but yeah, you could just get a bottle like this and fill it up with the maple syrup, the real maple syrup. Oh yeah, yeah. No, people can't stop finding new ways to be lazy. I think it like peak laziness um, is a like people that have those vehicles where you wave your foot by the trunk or something, and the trunk or the tailgate automatically opens up. I'm like, come on now, we've just gone too far with this. Like, no wonder why people do nothing now, like and expect results. Cracker Barrel gives out mini glass bottles of real syrup. Actually, yeah, there you go, Nick. You've solved your own problem. You came up with a solution on your own, man. Now that you've got the solution, it's just taking action. Make your way to that Cracker Barrel and be like, "Hi, my name is Nick Martino, and I'm the guy that said McDonald's maple syrup can rescue you in a pinch compared to real grade A 100% made maple syrup." And I'll call them ahead of time and let them know you're coming. So they'll hook you up, man. They probably have other stuff there too. I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind it either. That's awesome. At least you stand behind your decisions, Nick, and that's highly commendable in this day and age. We definitely appreciate that. All right, we'll give Nick a break before he has an aneurysm or something. Like, come on, guys. I was just, I said in a pinch, man, like in an emergency. Um, but yeah, there's some things once you've said it, you can't unsay it. But it's all in fun. Nothing but love, Nick. I might have a couple socked away. You don't know, right? Hey, anything's possible, right? Like that is awesome. But it's 11 o'clock now, guys, and our hour and a half live chat has now been 3 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Um, as far as our scheduling is going for live chats, we are definitely sticking to 8 p.m. on Friday nights and 8 p.m. on Sunday mornings. Although sometimes I start those early, and Friday nights tend to go late. But yeah, if there's anything new and amazing, I will do a pop up live. Once I get this shipping thing sorted out, I'll probably Hopefully within the next day or two, I'll come up with a reasonable, rational, affordable decision, and I will move forward with that. Um, but yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope everybody had fun. Maybe if you didn't learn a little something, maybe you laughed a little, and we've obtained our goals. But yeah, thanks for everybody hanging out. We definitely appreciate all of you, and we'll see you on the next one. Have an awesome day. Be well, be kind. We'll see you.